selling Chardonnay for over 30 years. The iconic Vintners Reserve, with nearly 50 wines to choose from, including Cabernet Sauvignon, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, and more. There's a Kendall Jackson wine for every taste and every moment. Find Kendall Jackson nationwide at every major retailer, your favorite bar and restaurant, or deliver right to your door. Learn more and find a bottle at kj.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
In Los Angeles, it's not about closing deals. It's about opening partnerships. At ESPN LA, we're hiring audio play-by-play and digital marketing consultants. People who build relationships and create custom solutions powered by ESPN LA and the biggest teams in the city. This is where brands connect with fans who care. Competitive pay, full benefits, unlimited upside. Open your next partnership. Apply now at goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Today we're talking cancer awareness, and I want to bring in someone with a really unique perspective, Dr. Kelly Victory. She's a board-certified emergency medicine physician with over 30 years of experience who serves on the chief medical board for the Wellness Company. And most importantly, she's a cancer survivor. Dr. Victory, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks very much for having me, Michelle.
We've been hearing a lot lately about cancer rates rising, especially in younger adults, which is obviously pretty alarming. What are you seeing?
Without question, cancer rates are rising across the board. And concerningly, we are seeing more aggressive cancers in people even in their 20s and 30s.
That's scary for a lot of people. Is there anything that can be done to help alleviate that fear?
And that is what led me to develop the new product Shield, because it is a group of more than 12 well-studied, scientifically proven supplements that help to supercharge your immune system, the first line of defense against cancer.
To learn more, visit victoryagainstcancer.com and use promo code SMALLS to save $25 on Shield.
Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
It's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. You know, let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Turns out there's a Walmart right in my own neighborhood.
Wow.
They got it all.
Yeah, it's like a grocery store, too.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hash.
You're the widow on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Quentin, you want to play Swing Your Sausage?
Why not?
It's a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a party game.
No, Lindsay's holding up the box.
I'm kind of a little jealous right now, Clinton, because I really wanted to play this game, too.
Oh, is that right?
We can wait for you, Cap.
I feel like Casey Kasem having to make that transition.
Hey!
When he had to go from...
Yeah, that's one of the classic radio bits. Where it's like, don't go from a slow song into a...
We have
ponderous, man. Ponderous.
What is this? Ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
When I'm on vacation, you can talk all the schwanz you want.
Right. Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bit boy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Right now.
Monstrous. Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the Sedano Kap morning show on ESPN LA. Good morning, Escott.
Oh, my God. Look at him swing that sausage.
We're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we at.
7:02 and 50 seconds. Good morning. Happy Friday. And welcome to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this Friday, the 13th of February, 2026. Sedano, it is a special occasion.
We have Morning Momo.
Morning Momo.
This has happened maybe once ever. Maybe
There
once.
you have it.
Now, we know we always have the morning wood, thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
I hear about that, yeah.
But now we have the morning Momo. Good morning, Ramona Shelburne.
What's going on?
It's Momo in the morning.
Normally Momo in the morning is like sort of getting out of bed and deciding whether to brush her hair on the way to school. To take the oldest. Will I brush my hair this morning? Doubtful.
You sound like my daughter. It's
Yeah.
should we have a brush in each car just so when she gets in the car?
You sound like Mace, that this time doesn't actually exist in your world.
It usually doesn't, no. Usually I see the front side of this one as opposed to the early side. Like I'm up until this time writing.
Right. You haven't gone to sleep yet.
Correct.
Now, Momo, we have a thing on this show.
Yeah.
Called Top of the Hour Integrity.
Yes.
And the Lakers last night finally get a win over those horrific Dallas Mavericks, but it was close. If you were watching at halftime, you were like, uh-oh, could the Lakers actually lose this thing, George Sedano? But then everything was right in the world in the third quarter.
Yeah, everything was right in the third quarter. Momo, we've been talking a lot about the Lakers, obviously, and this kind of stretch of time we find ourselves in where it feels a little bit like a gap year, you know what I mean? And it just doesn't feel like this team has a real chance of contending for a championship. How about this? How about a little morning Momo positivity on the Lakers? Well, give us a little sunny side up this morning on the Lakers.
But the thing is, if I do that, it's going to set Morales off on one. Like
no,
Like,
because we've been fairly negative.
Yeah.
So I think occasionally I've tried to say, and this is where my opinion lies. Like if you twisted my arm and you told me from a positive standpoint that this team could luck their way into with a bounce here, a bounce there to the Western Conference Finals, yeah, maybe I could believe that.
I could believe that.
But I could also see a scenario where they fall into the play-in and lose, and then they're out. Like I think there's a wide spectrum of results here.
See, because you're just going about you just go straight to like, can they win a championship? And I thought we were gonna wake up and be like, 41-year-old LeBron James is a big kid, still enjoying his job.
We'll get there.
And because the YouTube chat is already going big on the Clipper Momo.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need you to come out and go positivity about the Lakers.
What I was going to say is
they conned me.
I think I was going to say, look, LeBron James, it was kind of like his show, right? He had to carry the team, and he did. He's still capable of that. Like, and I do believe him when he says he enjoys playing basketball. He enjoys doing all the things you need to do to go be LeBron James in that moment. And when he can turn it on and have that kind of a game in a game, literally no one wanted to go. I feel sorry for people who had tickets to that. Like if you were thinking, oh, Cooper Flag, you're gonna see all these. Like literally no one played. We're getting notes, DeAndre Ayton. Like every 2 seconds before every game, there's like 5 guys who are out. Yeah. And it feels like the entire NBA is just limping towards this All-Star game. They're just like, get us to the break so everyone can go on vacation. The Lakers showed out. They gave everybody a good show yesterday. I mean, not in the first half, but LeBron turned it on when he needed to, which is something that I don't think anybody expected for a 41-year-old player. He's the oldest guy to ever do that.
I'm 41 years old.
Yeah.
Wait, do you mean like he turned on like a switch?
No, I just think he could lock it. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I
gotta understand.
Yeah, no,
Momo,
there's no switch turning at 41.
Momo, this isn't Mason in Ireland.
If
you
anything,
are in shark-infested waters now of drops,
I know,
fun and frivolity and bits.
Yeah. Now I think at 41 years old, it's more like the car that needs to you need to turn it on in the morning to make sure it warms up a little bit. You know.
Well, look, what I feel like with him is I don't expect that every night. I don't expect that even 2 out of 3 nights.
Right.
But if you give me that 1 out of 3 nights, or when other guys are out and they need someone to carry them in a game, they absolutely should win. Like these are the games, George, that determine whether you're the 5th seed or the 6th seed or in the play-in. Like these extra stupid games, like that could have been a loss in the first half. That looked like it was going to be a stupid loss.
Oh, right, when they went on that 12-0 run.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, and at the end of the season, you're going to look back and there'll be a handful of those. You're like, oh, it's the difference between us being in this play-in or actually having a seed. And I think like LeBron can carry you on those nights. At 41 years old, for him to be able to do that. Now I know he's still making too much money for the role that he has, but that's fine. Like this team, if he can do that and get them a win on a night like this, I think they're in a good place.
Yeah, look, again, I don't think they're in a bad place. I just don't think that they're in the place that their fans want, right? I also am a big believer, and look, I get it. Like, there's nothing they can do now. The trade deadline is over. But I am a big believer of you should not waste a year of the prime of a guy like Luka Doncic. And look, could they have done something in the margins? Maybe. I know Pelinka. And I'm with Rob on this stuff. Like, I get it takes 2 to tango. You know what I mean? I get that, you have to be able to manage both the short term and the long term. They had all these expiring contracts. I'm guessing teams around the league, and you would know way better than I would, we're just kind of like, yeah, we need an asset. We just can't take your expirings. Like, we're not doing that. That's not the business we're going to be doing here. And they found themselves, kind of swinging a bat that maybe had a crack in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have a real chance to connect with the baseball because teams were just not willing to engage with what they were willing to part with. And so I understand that. But I feel like you say looking back, right, if you lost this game, that this could be the difference between the 5th seed and the 6th seed or the 5th seed or the 7th seed or whatever. Like, I think we're going to look back and be like, man, if guys get hurt down the stretch in the postseason and you have these 3 guys and maybe you do get to the Western Conference Finals and you could have had a chance maybe to get to the finals if you just had one more guy. You're going to look back and be like, man, they should have done something at the deadline.
Yeah, I think. Look, I think the reason they didn't do things is when you're offering expiring contracts, especially for players that don't have necessarily a lot of value around the league. Most people want to give you a contract that has extra years on it.
Right.
They want to you have to match the contracts, and then the contract you take back probably has some money on it for next year or the following year, and they've just been extremely disciplined about not taking on those contracts. And so I think that's why they didn't do anything. I would have liked to see them get Jeremy Sohan. That would have been a good signing for them, I think. But
he's on the waiver wire right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting.
They could use size for
if
sure.
Use size, some athleticism, just a different dynamic. But I don't know, like. Chris, I mean, you're how much? What are you in LeBron age wise? Same.
Well,
different?
I'm 42. So
right.
He's not 42.
Yeah, but
41 years old.
Exactly.
He's close.
He's close.
He's close. You guys are
now. His son and I were cardiac brothers.
Yes. Like, listen, I woke up this morning at 5:42. Okay, I stayed at the East Central last night.
By the way, did you use the middle towel?
What's the middle towel?
So you got 3 towels, very soft towels.
Okay,
the softest towels
they were
in downtown
good.
LA.
They were good.
You got the big towel.
Okay.
You got the washcloth, and then you got the middle towel.
Oh, I don't know that I got a big towel.
You got a big. There's plenty of big
what
towels.
What do you mean? It's a hotel. Of course you got a big towel.
I mean,
maybe put on the row.
No, yeah. There's 3 towels.
Listen, my level of alertness when I was like deciding what towel to use this morning.
How big are those hotel rooms?
They're really big.
You realize you could fit a whole basketball squad in there.
Yeah, I felt like I could have had a party.
Yeah.
If I wanted to. I do have a bit of party voice because I was at a CAA party last night as well.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Dang, Momo.
It took 11 minutes before you name dropped.
Oh, you want me to name drop?
I mean,
tell you all the guys that I saw at that
Sedano will
party.
name drop. Then at 7:30 we'll have Trudeell in here name dropping.
I was about to get you riled up, so here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, I think Chris Morales, you and LeBron James, I think you have a lot in common.
Oh.
I tell him that all the time.
I think you do. Not just you got 1 year on him, okay? But I think you're still in love with the process too.
Oh.
Right?
It's an interesting angle, and I appreciate it.
I woke up at 5:42 with this. This was the first thought that popped in my head. It's like, what am I going to come with today? Like, what is my angle? And I think I'm going to just try to convert Morales into thinking that he and LeBron James have a lot in common.
Now, here's the thing.
Well, Cappy and him think that Cappy thinks he and LeBron have a lot in common because they're both Hall of Famers. Cappy is in the Western Pennsylvania Jewish Sports Hall of Fame.
And I would say Sedano is a whisperer of both. So I consider Sedano my agent.
Okay.
And I think Sedano loves me deep down. There's a lot of fluff where he calls me jerk-faced, simpleton, moron.
And then when you call him a scumbag or,
I never call Sedano a scumbag.
Oh, okay.
Rule number 1, no scumbag with Sedano.
Okay.
But I think deep down he loves me just like he has a deep love for LeBron James.
I mean, this guy, he's like even we've all been around LeBron so long that I think sometimes when he says things like, I was waiting for you to play the drop. When he says things like, I'm just a 41-year-old.
You're 41 years old.
There it is.
So you think he plays games sometimes, mental games, just for his own enjoyment?
No, I think he's just like...
Because Sedano and I do understand that, yes.
Yeah, he does. But I think he really means it. I think he would not... He really does work hard all the time. He has this insane schedule. Like I think he sleeps like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like
that's the key to all of it, man.
It's sleep. He goes and every spare moment that he has that he's not playing basketball or training or whatever, he's like home in some sleep pod. Like he's a champion sleeper, and doing recovery work and whatever. But he's that process, that discipline, that treadmill that he is on every single day. You're on that, Chris. You like never go home. Every time I show up here, you're here.
It's true.
I see you at games. I'm like, what are you still doing up? Don't you have to be awake at 4 a.m?
Well, if you're not in love with what you do, then
There
what's
you
the point of
see?
all of it, right?
That's
exactly what LeBron said,
That's
too.
what he said last night.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, let's take a listen if we have it, if it's available to us.
Okay.
Could I? Yeah, I could, but I don't know. It's not like my game. My game is not going anywhere. It's all the other things. There's so many more factors that come with how long will I play the game. Now, I don't think my game will ever suffer if I decided to continue to go however long that is. I just think it's like it has to be here. How long can I stay in love with the process? Because that's always been my thing. If I can't continue to stay in love with the process, then if this goes, then my body's gonna go. And once my body goes, then it's a wrap. Then the love goes, and then the fun and all that stuff goes. So that's what it is. It's not like my game is deteriorating or whatever the case may be. Obviously, there's things I could have did when I was 25 compared to 35 and 35 to 41 or, 21 to 31 to 41. So, but I have so much knowledge of the game that I know how to still continue to make an impact if I'm not 45, 43, 41 vertical, I can still do so many things on the floor.
I mean, he sounds like a guy who's going to play a couple more years.
Yep.
And Steve Nash asked him, I believe, 5 more years. And that's when LeBron answered that way at the beginning.
And Steve Nash really said 5 more years?
Isn't that what we have here?
Oh,
Lindsay?
boy. I think you're
that
right.
was a different one. During the Prime, they had like a little segment during the
Yeah.
Prime broadcast. And they sat down and he was like, so what's it like, like being a young guy getting ready for a game versus being an old guy?
Yeah.
And to Ramona's point about the prep. So this is good.
So let's play that one,
Okay.
too. Let's
Okay.
go.
So I did a little digging. Tonight is 1,598th game.
Say that again?
1,598th basketball game in the NBA.
Oh, my goodness.
And I believe that's regular season.
Oh, so I'm headed to 1,600 soon, huh?
Oh, yeah, very soon. What is the approach when you come to the games? Like, give me, when you're a young fella coming to the game versus now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when you're a young fella coming to the game, it's just all about, true excitement. I just want to get out there, run fast, jump high, just do all the athletic stuff, Now, for me, it's more the mind game for me. I'm getting here, 7 o'clock start. I'm getting here 1:30. Start preparing the body, preparing the mind.
You're crazy.
Yeah. And it is still excitement. It's still excitement to get ready for the bright lights, the competition. Your teammates going out there to try to help you guys win a basketball game. So, I still have that kid in me, and as long as that stays, that's what keeps me going out on the floor every night.
There you go. So another 5 years.
Oh, man, don't say that. Don't say it.
So, Sedano, if LeBron is now setting up to come back, is there any chance it's with the Lakers?
I think that this is just my personal opinion. This is reckless speculation, as I like to call it. I would say the chances of that, while not zero, because as you know, I'm not an absolutist, I would say less likely than I think some people would think. I think it's less likely that he comes back as a Laker. I think a lot of that depends on what the dollar figure looks like and what he determines that dollar figure looks like as compared to what the Lakers would like that dollar figure to look like.
So, Momo, I'll actually ring the bell.
Wait, ask her because she would know she would know better than I would.
But first, we're 17 minutes through the show.
That's right.
It's 7:17 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what you could have done in those 17 minutes?
Get a lube job.
I have a feeling Cappy's getting a lube job right now in those first 17 minutes. You could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you. Now, Momo, two parts. I want to ask you the part I just asked George, but I also want to ask you this. Will Lakers fans feel FOMO if next year LeBron is playing somewhere else, doing LeBron-type stuff, which is one game where he's amazing, one game where he doesn't play, but those amazing moments, and we go, oh, why is he still not here doing this? Could there be FOMO for Lakers fans? No.
I don't think so. I don't think he has been embraced by LA fans the way that anybody would have thought when he first came here. And he really should have been more. He's done a lot for the Laker organization. He won a championship here. It was just 2020. That was a weird year. It happened in a bubble. It literally happened in a bubble. And it's, I don't know that he's necessarily, if he maybe he even had a chance. You're following Kobe. Like that's hard. Anybody following Kobe is going to pale in comparison to a guy who was here for 20 years, right? But I think that it feels a little like it's felt like a sort of a mercenary stop, right? And so I don't think, like, if he goes someplace else and does well, I think people will be like, oh yeah, good.
So if he's setting up to come back, which it sounds like he's setting up for at least another year, is there any chance it's with the Lakers?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll say yes.
Okay.
I won't say. So George, I would have said I wouldn't. I never do zeros or hundreds or anything like that. If you would have asked me that 2 months ago, I would have said, I don't think he's. I don't see a path. I think this is the last year he's here. Yada yada. I don't know. The last month or two, there's just been some signs. I guess there's just a different feel, and maybe it depends on what happens in free agency. Maybe it depends on what else the Lakers do. Maybe it depends on how they finish the year. But I do think there's a softening, at least in the what is the right way to describe it? Like when that story came out that Baxter wrote, how long ago was that? A few weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
What did people do? They all fence mended. There was a lot of like Jeannie Buss's statement. Basically, was the one thing that she took issue with was all the stuff about LeBron. She didn't kind of say anything about the family or
the sibling rivalry or whatever.
LeBron, look, he poured a little smoke on. He poured a little gasoline on it in his post-game comments. But compared to what he could have said, I thought he was very measured.
He was more muted than right.
I mean,
he was respectful. He was respectful.
Yeah. And I thought that was a big sign. Those were very big signs to me that there's a path. It's not a like if you're hiking in the woods, you'd go, oh, do I want to walk on that path? Like, is it a little muddy? Are you sure that's gonna? It's not a great looking path right now, but there is one there, and I wouldn't have said that a month or two ago.
Also, I always kind of think about it as, where else can he go for the money that, I know he's not going to make $50 million.
I don't think he's making $50 million.
Yeah, he's not making $50 million next year anywhere else. But what team has the cap room to even bring him in at a decent price? So the best discount he could probably get is probably here in LA. No,
yeah,
I
mean,
it
depends on how they do it. I mean, if he opts, I think it just doesn't have any option years. I think it's
if he plants trees, maybe.
Or is that an aspiration reference? Is that a
saying?
So I just can't see him really going. Like the Warriors don't have the money to bring him in. The Cavs don't have the money to bring him in.
What if he played for the room exception?
Do you think he would?
12, 13 million? I never thought he would, and just recently I have a sense that maybe he would.
Man, I'll tell you, Sedano, we do some good stuff without Cappy here.
Yeah, I'm
just
saying.
Good sports segment.
I think there's a recognition that if he wants to play again, it's going to be hard for him to make $50 million. Okay.
Momo in the morning, coming soon.
You know what? You know what I'd like to do with Momo here too, and I
Yeah.
feel like with Bergman, the host of the Blue Review.
Review.
I feel like pitchers and catchers are reporting. I think we can do a little Dodgers.
Let's do some Dodgers in about 3 minutes. But first, I knock on the hardwood. The morning wood, thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Tell us about the crazy Hernandez brothers, George.
Well, listen, it's very simple. You've heard me talk about our friends over at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They're an authentic old school TLC type of family, all right, and type of company who features wholesale pricing year round. Here's the deal. Cappy, Rachel, Dr. Clapper, the Italian Stallion, myself, we've all gotten a chance to work now with the crazy Hernandez brothers. Me, it's the turf outside. I needed to get rid of those damn gophers, right? So we got rid of the gophers. Now we're laying like this metal grating down there. We're going to put some turf. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get I should have brought the turf in here.
Why didn't you
I have
bring
the
the turf,
samples. Man? I'll bring them back for the next
And then you're
segment.
going to get down on that turf.
Right. Yeah. I said we would, Kelly and I may christen on the turf.
Whoa.
Whatever. Just to
Is this
celebrate
what you
the
guys
turf.
talk about in the morning? Jeez.
Christen.
The
kids are listening.
About nothing, but
the kids love the quack quack. That's how we soften things around. Quack. Exactly.
I've never
but anyway,
heard that term used in that way. Okay.
My question is, though, if you need new floors or turf, why haven't you checked out Hernandez yet? Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. Whatever kind of flooring you're looking for, they have it in stock. They have millions of options to choose from the hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, even the artificial turf. Waterproof, scratch-proof, kid-proof, pet-proof, whatever you need, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring has it. The crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And if you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you'll receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices because the crazy Hernandez brothers are always here to make sure you get a good deal, okay? Plus, if you find a better price, speaking of which I doubt, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring will match it. No questions asked. All you do is call 866-62-FLOOR. Ask for Steven or Carlos, the crazy Hernandez brothers. Tell them your square footage. Tell them what someplace is offering. Boom, they'll match it. No questions asked. Shoot them a call, 866-62-FLOOR. Visit the showroom in Commerce, right next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway. That's the OG location. If you're in the OC, they got you covered in Santa Ana. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. Or online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:24 in the morning. Coming up, we'll smack it around. Do a couple minutes of Dodgers, and then the great Mike Trudeell. Guys, we need Trudeell's high seat. Get Trudeell's high seat.
Oh.
Trudeell will join us at 7:30 this morning. It is a feel-good Friday. It's a Momo Friday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Mercedes every Thursday in February. Club Serrano members play all month long to earn entries for your chance to win this powerful and luxurious.
It's been a minute since your last eye exam. This is the perfect time to invest in something that actually matters, your vision. VisionWorks has eye exams, stylish frames, and trusted doctors to make sure your eyes are always game ready. You got that refund for a reason, so put it to some good use. There are 7 VisionWorks locations in the OC, Santa Ana, Fullerton, Brea, Rancho Santa Margarita, Buena Park, Lake Forest, and Laguna Niguel. VisionWorks, see the difference.
3, 2, 1, go.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hello, it's James Worthy here. Do you manage your body well? I know with all my years of wear and tear, I have to, and I do it with IceBod Active Wearable Cryotherapy. I just put on my compression wear with the pockets that fit rubbery ice-cold gel packs and chill all my problems away. I can wear it under my clothes and go. I'm such a believer of their wearable cryo that I became an owner of the company. Try it, and you will thank me. Get yours at icebodactive.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet as it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The balance of how you drive me crazy and also make me laugh hilariously is like the perfect balance.
See that? Perfect balance. Yeah, perfect balance.
Yeah.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
Now here we are.
7:28. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Valentine's Day Friday and a special edition. Momo in the morning, sitting in for Cappy this morning. Now, this works out because we want to play 90s R&B for Valentine's Day, but also tomorrow, February 14th, back in 1998, the #1 hit, Sedano. Usher. Oh, yeah. Nice and slow. That's how you got to do it on Valentine's Day, nice and slow.
I'm still recovering from the quack thing.
Yeah, that's how we soften things. The kids do love the quack. Like when I run into families, they always tell me.
I can picture now. I can't.
When I run into families, they tell me that the kids love the quack. Like they do.
Are we
By the way,
talking
here's
about the same thing?
I don't know.
Here's the turf. By
Usually
the way.
on this show, we're always talking about the same thing.
Here's turf sample 1, by the way.
Okay.
Look at that. Real turf.
Yeah.
Then I got turf sample 2, a little shaggier.
Sometimes I like it a little shaggier.
A little shaggier on the turf.
Yeah.
No, I like
Turf.
that one.
Yeah.
You like
a little
the
too
shaggy one?
shaggy,
Well,
though.
what are we
Not good for pets.
What are we
Not
talking?
good for pets.
Where are we
So
putting turf down?
Turf sample 3
He's got
is
gophers.
similar to that one, but
Gophers.
not as shaggy. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, he's got gophers at home now.
Oh, so you're gonna tear up your yard?
Yeah, we're just tearing up a couple of patches. We only have a couple of patches of grass, so we figured that's kind of a good place to just and that's where the gophers are attacking clearly.
Yeah.
And we've got an aggressive gopher. He's created a lot of piles in a very short amount of time. So you know what? We're taking him out, and then we're laying like a grated metal barrier on the bottom.
Well, my hair is frizzy.
And that way they hit their head. They don't even if they can't pop through.
It looks good. I think you look good this early in the morning.
I took a shower and blow dried my hair really fast. That's about all.
Hey, listen,
I put a little lipstick on, a little lip gloss. George, you don't know this about me, but I am a gardener. Greg knows this about me.
Do you want turf from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring?
Yes.
I've considered that because I live in the valley where
right, it's very hot.
Right, the grass burns a lot.
Yeah.
You have loquats in your garden?
Do I have what?
Loquats? No?
I have. Oh, guess what? I have a tree that will one day make loquats.
I have a loquat tree.
It's called a Big Jim loquat, which is the greatest name for a tree ever.
Big Jim.
It's the name of it.
Now, Momo, I think
I have all kinds of stone fruit.
Momo, whatever story you're about to get into, I think is going to be fascinating.
Okay.
But I'm going to tease it because we
Trudeell,
got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and I got to read this real quick. It's Live Nation Ticket Friday on ESPN LA. Listen all day for your chance to win tickets to Shane Gillis and Friends as part of the Netflix is a Joke series at the Hollywood Bowl on May 4th. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 for your shot to win thanks to Netflix is a Joke, only with ESPN LA, 7:31 in the morning. Ball knower himself, the great Mike Trudeell. What a magical, what is the line that Cappy says? What
a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Mike Trudeell, George Sedano, and Ramona Shelburne.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
All together on a Friday, Valentine's Day Friday. Happy Valentine's Day, Mike Trudeell.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. I am at LAX. Here's the only problem. I don't have the suite or the Delta and whatever the other airlines that Sedano flies, the lounge purposes. So we're just here with everybody else. This is the problem with flying with the Lakers all the time. I don't get points. Yeah. So I'm out here, but it's great to hear from you guys. How was your Valentine's Day
with
going?
the plebes? Ugh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you get to fly private though.
Way. Yeah,
you know, so there is
it's
that.
It's just hard for me to like. I really do empathize with the being stuck with the Gen Pop, and I understand that, but you also
I don't mind it. I mean, I think the lounges are a little bit overrated. Like, sure, you get a little food. You know, I guess they have alcohol in there if that's your thing. But I like being amongst the people out here. It's like being in the NBA arena. I've already seen like 15 Laker fans, by the way.
Yeah,
they're everywhere here.
Look, it's how long is your wait? Like, what time's your flight?
Oh, so we did it very efficiently. So we board in 10 minutes.
Oh, excellent.
We just got to the gate 3 minutes ago.
Good
so
job.
I thought I timed that well.
Because I am not a fan of like when you have your kids with you, getting there too early because then it's just madness.
Yeah, got to time it right.
Yeah.
So, Michael, we were talking yesterday. You were there up close about LeBron because we are going to get into some Dodger talk, some Dodgers in a minute. But look, man. I mean, he still got it, when he wants to do it out there. You know what I mean? Like, he still has moments out there where he can still be LeBron James. He's the oldest player to ever get a triple-double now in NBA history. You saw it up close. Obviously, that game could have gotten away from them the way the first half closed, but they came out strong in the third quarter and really never looked back. So what was your assessment of his play and the team's play in the second half?
Yeah, it's the same conversation that we've been having about LeBron for the last couple of years. Like, obviously, when they won the title in the 1920 season, he could still call upon that fastball pretty much every game. And the fact that he can still call upon it at all in year 23, completely ridiculous and completely unprecedented. The question is more like the comments that he had after the OKC game, right? When he said, we as a team can't kind of find that consistency on a night-to-night basis like the Thunder can. And the Thunder obviously have all of their players are basically between age like 23 and 29, right? And that's the whole thing is that can the rest of the team get healthy? Can the rest of the team have the fastball every night so that LeBron doesn't have to have the entire 48-minute game covered with his fastball? And that's the question we haven't really had a great answer to this year because they've had only 10 games together with Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron. So it's why you can't call the Lakers a contender in the sense that you can some of the other elite teams, George, as you know, especially having watched all these teams in person with one of your other 25 jobs this year. That's the question. But, like, can they get a little closer than they're at? I think they can. They just have to get everybody healthy. They don't have the luxury of missing a guy or two like some of the other teams.
So you do this every night, and you usually do a pregame interview, a postgame interview. You do some halftime stuff in the game. What happened last night at halftime?
I mean, so first of all, the Lakers were up 13 with about a minute and a half left or something. Okay. And then, of course, the opponent rips off a 12-0 run. And usually JJ will, like, he knows that the team is up. He knows that we're going to do a halftime walk-off interview. But the last two games were national exclusives where we don't do them. That was one thing. And then two, so I'm standing there waiting, but I think the way that I think in my head, he is so mad that he just went straight to the locker. He didn't even look. I don't even think the TV thing occurred to him. So and Billy Mack wasn't sure because he was like, we're going to hear from JJ. No, we're not. And so I think it was just like sometimes he will catch eye contact from me or he will see one of the staffers on his way. And in this case, I think he just needs to get to the locker room so that he can decompress from that minute and a half. And that's one of the things I love about JJ. He cares. He really does care. And if there's somebody that you want to care about all of the big and the little things, it's the head coach of an NBA team. So all of that, when he's fired up like that, it never bothers me. And plus, it's not like he has to deal with George Popovich like Sedano did on the sideline back in the day. So, I'm good. I'm fine.
Billy Mack was incredible in that moment, Trudeell. He was like, all right, so Trudeell's going to talk to JJ. Nope, he does not want to talk to Trudeell. It was very funny.
Well,
is that what he said? Yeah, I was like half listening because I was like, like trying to wave him down. A lot of times somebody will stop him on the way out, but yeah, it happens. What he should have done is just tossed to me, and I could have told him what JJ would have said.
That's right.
Which
I know what he would have said.
I think we all knew at that point.
You know what he would have said, Trudeell? He would have said,
"We suck at defense."
That's right.
And that would have been it.
Yeah. So, when not locked in, which happens a little bit more than it should, they suck at defense. But when they all try, as we've seen, especially in fourth quarters, then they're not that bad at defense.
What do you make of that 12-0 run? Like when things go bad on defense, we always talk about it in generalities, but JJ's careful not to name names. You can name names. Like who lets it drop? Like what happened in that specific 12-0 run?
Well, I mean, I think that it's a combination of a couple things. It's very similar to the first answer, right? And it's not one or two individual players. It's that you don't have a group of 23 to 29-year-old 6'7" to 7 foot springy athletes, which means that they have to be locked in and focused on the defensive end and on a string, which we've seen they can be, right? They wouldn't be able to protect leads in a fourth quarter when teams are desperately trying to score if they couldn't go to that fastball on defense. But they're not going to be consistent with it for a mix of a lack of athleticism and the age, of certain key players. So that's kind of why, like, you think about a playoff series and how long can you survive like that? Like, obviously, it's better to have a team like the last Laker team that won the title, where that team was just going to be good defensively because of the personnel that was out there, the length, the athleticism. This Laker team has to be more focused, and it's just tough during the course of an 82-game season to do that night to night. But the fact that they're 12 games over 500 right now, when they've had, again, to reiterate the stat we've all heard, but 10 games together with their main three guys, it's still pretty good. So it's better than I think a lot of people thought before the season. But does that mean they can win a championship? Probably not. But they at least can have a puncher's chance when they're locked in in a game that quote unquote matters. Right, once you get closer to the playoffs and the playoffs itself.
Do you believe they're getting better at playing zone defense? Because I feel like it has given them a bit of a respite.
It's a good point, George. I know you're sitting in some of those coaches' meetings before the games, and that's something that JJ will talk about. There's no question that they're getting better, and it's by necessity. Like they have to have different pitches, right? They cannot. I keep using the baseball metaphors here, but you can't just have a fastball if your fastball is at 89 miles an hour, right? Or like even think of like Clayton Kershaw the last couple of years. Like if your fastball loses a little velocity, you better have a good curveball. You better have a changeup. Maybe you even have something else, and that's what they're working on. Like they have 3 different zone looks that they go to. Sometimes within the course of a possession, it'll turn from like a 1-3-1 to a 2-3 and vice versa. And that I'm glad that they've been drilling that because they're going to need that come playoffs. And you can't do it a whole game. The good offenses will figure it out. But just as a different look, they've definitely gotten better there.
I mean,
all right, Mike. Sorry, go ahead, Momo.
Are you going to let him go? Are you boarding soon? By the way, where are you going?
Yeah, we're boarding. I'm up on that little one of those risers, so I'm looking down at my family right now, and they're still maintaining composure. I've got about a minute and a half.
Okay, I know where he's at.
Are you wearing shorts?
I'm not where I thought about it. It's actually warm in Minneapolis relatively. It's like 35 or 40
that's where you're going?
Right now.
Yeah, back home.
Okay.
This is where our producer would hit the drop cold like Minnesota, but she's not here because she had to go downstairs to get Momo's coffee.
Well, but you see, you
Momo
missed a
making
little
our
of this.
producer running to go get coffee.
No, she offered because what happened was I had a big
No,
coffee
Momo,
here in the
just
morning.
admit you like the big time aspect
I
of
do.
this. Like,
I do.
Oh, Lindsay, go get my coffee.
I like that she just offers, and I go, you don't have to do that. She goes, no, I got you. See, like that way I get the best of both worlds. I actually get her to still do that.
You get
and
to be
not
humble
like,
about it. Oh, you
exactly.
don't have to,
Yeah, but also she went.
Oh, there it is.
She went to. What happened was earlier we were trying to set up this laptop here or this iPad so that I could see George, and as we were setting it up, this iPad was like fumbly. It was like slippery. It's hard to stand up. So as we were like moving this thing around, Lindsay bumped into the coffee and spilled it all over the place here.
Really?
And so
That
then she
happened?
felt bad. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And she cleaned it all up, though. She
Real
did really good.
quick. Trudeell,
Yeah.
have a safe flight.
Thank
we
you,
love
Lindsay.
you.
Thanks, Mike.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right, guys. Nice to talk to you as always.
Yes,
Have a good one.
Yeah. 7:41 in the morning. When we come back, Sedano in about 3 minutes, we will finally get into the Dodgers. But first, let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Yeah, for sure. It's Friday. Listen, you're walking to grab dinner, crossing at the light, doing everything right. And then a car making a right turn doesn't
Or even a
see you.
Waymo.
No, this is where I go, bam. Hold on, Mom.
Bam! Yeah, exactly. Or maybe you're just in a parking lot and someone backs out without looking, Chris.
I hate when that happens.
Some little old lady.
Yeah, here, Jorge. See what happens when you back out? without looking.
Oh, my God.
Bam! I felt that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I felt that. I saw it, man.
Pedestrian accidents happen fast, man, and they change your life in an instant. What makes these cases frustrating? Drivers love to blame the person on foot. They'll say, you came out of nowhere. They'll claim you weren't in the crosswalk. Well, their insurance company will look for any excuse to deny your claim or cut your settlement in half. But here's the truth. Drivers have a responsibility to watch for pedestrians. And then when they don't, they need to be held accountable here, okay? So Jacob and Ronnie and the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie have helped countless pedestrian accident victims across Los Angeles, and especially for us downtown. This can happen anywhere, okay? They'll gather the evidence, traffic camera footage, witness statements, police reports, build a case that puts blame where it belongs on the driver who hit you, as a matter of fact, okay? So if you were struck while walking, don't wait. Call the new number. Call 800-345, Christopher?
6789.
That's 800-345.
6789.
Or you can go online to his website, calljacob.com. Free consultation, no obligation, no fee unless you win. Call Jacob. I know a guy.
7:43 on a Friday. A Valentine's Day Friday for all those lovers. And even if you're not a lover.
It's too wet. What happened?
Thank you, Dr. Clapper. We'll talk Dodgers. We'll get Bergie in here 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed, and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hogue Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hogue Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
El fin de semana más romántico del año. Con la banda más romántica de todos los tiempos. MS llega a Los Ángeles con nueva fecha, 14 de febrero 2026. Viernes 13 y sábado 14 de febrero. Crypto.com Arena. Boletos en axs.com.
By the way, I don't understand everything that was said in that commercial, but I want to go to the show.
Oh, it's good.
I think we should go to the show.
We should.
Meanwhile, listen to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show for your chance to win the Genesis Invitational VIP Tournament experience. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7 to win a 4-pack of GA tickets, and you'll be qualified for a chance to receive honorary observer passes and a photo with the Genesis Invitational champion on Sunday. I think I'll be in that photo. By the way, I'm wearing my Riv hat because I'm going to Riviera today, and I'm very excited this afternoon. 7:46 in the morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show back in 1 minute from right now.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack. I get parents telling me all the time that the kids in the car love the quack. They're now into the quack, quack.
Listen,
huh?
I am a role model for the youth of America.
Oh, we know that.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Back to Sedano and Kap.
7:47 in the morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on Valentine's Day Friday. We're playing that 90s R&B. Like Mr. Keith Sweat. Oh, yeah, DeAndre. What's DeAndre doing for... Whatever DeAndre's doing for Valentine's Day, I think Cappy and I would watch in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Oh.
And I'm trying not to think about it.
You know who else would watch? That's where Ireland would say.
Oh. What if I'm a sicko that likes to watch?
Well, exactly right.
I was going to tell you guys that, Keith Sweat is actually going to be at Yamava tonight.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Tonight? Oh, this is the perfect
Tonight
night for
and
him
tomorrow
to be
night
there.
for,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie and I were talking about going to that, but we just saw him a few months ago, and we're getting ready for March when he's here at Peacock with all his friends.
But that was good planning by Yamava.
Very good planning for Yamava. You realize how many people are going to be getting down in those Yamava sheets?
Do you know how many people want Keith Sweat on Valentine's Day weekend on their, at their venue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Keith Sweat comes out, and the way he's moving and gyrating, you're like, there's no way that everything's okay with him. Like, there's something wrong with him. And then you're like, oh, my God, he can sing every word perfectly, and I want to get down.
So wait, he's like moving and doing all that
But the way
stuff.
he gyrates, you're like, did he get hit in the head too many times?
What?
Like, something seems off.
But he's still singing the whole time?
Incredible. But then when he's
Wow.
not singing, he's saying things that you're like, you have no clue what he's saying. But
Really?
it sounds sexy. So you're like, all right. He's an
Yeah.
amazing performer.
I mean, because this is a slow beat. Like, I don't know why you'd be gyrating.
And by the way, he is in
gyrates
really good
slowly.
shape. So he also looks like he could go out there on a football field and
Yeah.
mess some guys up. He's in such good shape still. So yeah, March, you should come with us. March, we're gonna. A lot of us are gonna go to the theater at Peacock.
The Peacock Theater.
Yeah,
it's right next door. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go watch.
I don't know what any of these theaters are anymore. I'm going later on to the YouTube theater.
Oh,
I
it's
thought
SoFi.
that was
That's the one
here.
at SoFi, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where we just saw Keith Sweat, 7 and I, a few months ago,
okay.
and he was incredible.
Yeah.
But that's different than SoFi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Momo, come on.
I don't know.
All right, let's hit
I've
the
been to a
organ.
concert at SoFi, and then there's a whole other thing.
Let's hit the
theater.
organ. It's time to talk. The Dodgers.
Hey,
the Dodgers. So, if you haven't been paying attention or close attention, pitchers and catchers are reporting here soon. And the Dodgers have made a flurry of moves over the last couple of days. Right-handed reliever Evan Phillips has been re-signed. Kike has been extended. Max Muncy as well. They also re-signed Miguel Rojas, right? And then they added, prior to that, Edwin Diaz of the Mets, arguably the best closer in the sport, or at least the best closer in the National League, arguably. And then right fielder Kyle Tucker to a contract that was somewhat controversial, let's say. By the way, Jeff Passen will be joining us at 8:30, ESPN senior MLB insider. So their championship core kind of remains intact here, Momo, but there are some questions for me that I'd love for Greg and you and I to toss around here a little bit. Bergman, let's start with, and let's get the organ music. Keep that going.
Yeah,
this
I was
should
into
be a
that.
consistent theme, I would say. Thank you.
The Dodgers.
Thank you, Bouqs. So Blake Snell, Tommy Edman, heading into spring training. Both those guys may be on the shelf for opening day. What do we know about their injury situation?
Well, Blake Snell was saying that he's exhausted, that he hasn't gone this far in a long time, and how deep he went into the playoffs. It was just tiring for him. So he's going to take
That's really good.
Sounds kind of ridiculous, right?
I mean, his reputation is he pitches
Right.
4 2/3 every game.
Right. But no, so he's going to take a little bit of time off, and also that's good for the Dodgers. Every one of these pitchers are going to be taking time off. Yamamoto may not take time off because I think he wants to at least try for that Cy Young. But for the most part, I think
He's also going to do the World Baseball Classic and all the
There's
things.
a lot of stuff. Like Shohei not in that. But Blake Snell's just going to take a little bit of time off. And Tommy Edman is still recovering. And so that's going to probably take.
What does Tommy have?
It was either an ankle or a heel.
Right ankle surgery earlier in the offseason.
Surgery.
Yeah, so he's recovering from that. But he's been injured.
He was injured all last year.
All last year. So if he give him as much time as he needs and then come back there.
So the question I have then for you about Edman, though, because look, to your point earlier, they have a ton of pitching depth. So I'm not really worried about their starting pitching depth. But Edman, a little less straightforward, let's call it. They've got Rojas, who they just re-signed. Right. Haesung Kim, right? I believe is still there.
Yep. Haesung Kim.
Alex Freeland as well, perhaps over at second base. So what do you think they do there?
I think it's going to be a mixture of the first two. It's going to be Rojas and Haesung Kim. I think they really want to see what Haesung can bring to this team. He has so much speed, and especially early in the season. He was on fire to start the season last year. So if he can do that and kind of take that place, he's also a very, very good defender. So I think it'll be between those two guys. Give Rojas some time because he's the veteran, but for the most part, Haesung will be there.
I feel like they have almost like a first half team and a playoff team.
Sure do.
Like they got the team that's just going to get through all 162, and then they got all right, just as long as our main guys are ready for the playoffs.
Must be nice.
Now Tommy Edman also gives them depth in center field behind Andy Paez.
Mm-hmm.
So, without him available to start the season, where would they go with that depth? Is it like a Michael Ciani? Like, where would they go in that scenario?
So, luckily for them, that Haesung can also do that. It really will depend on who really shows out in spring training. It could be one of those young guys. I believe Josue de Paula is on the going to be at the minor leagues. So if someone comes out and just shows that they can take on that role. They also have a guy named Ryan Ward who hits a ton of home runs in AAA last year. Never got called up. He's on the 40-man roster, so it has to be they kind of got to use him now. So if he's not a good defender, so he wouldn't play center field. You'd have to figure that out. But he could be there, somebody that moves over into left field every once in a while.
So let's talk bullpen now. Obviously, Diaz is the closer. I would imagine that moves Tanner Scott to the setup role. And then you still got Trinan, Brusdar Graterol.
Well, if he ever comes back, I don't trust that Brusdar ever comes back.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe not. So Vesia, right, is going to be in there. Now, I saw they designated Anthony Banda.
Yeah.
They DFA'd him. Yeah.
What?
He's in Minnesota now. Jorge,
oh
did you have
my
something?
gosh!
Yeah, he's a Minnesota Twin.
Oh yeah.
I need my bitty bitty bunda.
Well, see, every woman in Dodger Stadium is going to be upset that he's not going to come out now because Banda is beloved by the women. So, but
it's just the. We also just. It's Banda.
Right. He's great. He's also been on like 9 different teams, and he's kind of bounced around the league for the most part. He's been great as the Dodgers, but he also got pushed down. Vesia was way more trusted than Banda was, and I think they just feel like they have enough left-handed depth to let him go. So they got some international money out of him, so that's great. I just feel like Banda wasn't going to be utilized as much as he could have been on another team.
Okay, so Diaz, Scott, Trinan, Vesia. Let's say Graterol does come back. Okay,
Sure.
let's say that's 5, right? Who are some of the other guys we should be looking at to fill the rest of that bullpen out?
So it could be if you want to use guys that were probably starters kind of guys, like Justin Robleski was a guy that was used out of the bullpen. I believe Will Klein is still on the roster. That they can still use him.
They better not do anything to Will Klein.
Right, he's beloved too.
Well, just the one game.
So
What about Ben Kasparius? What about Jack Dreyer?
Yeah.
Those kind of guys.
Yeah, Jack Dreyer was utilized a lot last year, and Ben Kasparius was too. I think both those guys are huge helps.
Edgardo Henriquez, he's still around?
Yep, Edgardo Henriquez is still there. They like what he can do, too, because he throws like 103, 104 miles per hour at times. So they like the velocity out of him. You're going to see really early in the year, they always have a couple of guys they just sign, bring up from the minors, or guys that were on other teams that played well, and they just kind of bring them here, have a couple innings here, then they DFA them. So it's going to be a mix and match at the beginning of the year for the most part.
And then last thing, and I know that he didn't pitch a ton, but I mean it is the first full season without Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
And not even having him there, in the clubhouse. Any thoughts on that as they move on from that era?
I think they still have a lot of guys that can take over that role. Was to Cappy's heart and soul guy. Clayton Kershaw was the heart and soul of the Dodgers. So I think he'll probably still be around. He's doing NBC studio games, so that's pretty cool for him because he's great at that. I think they're like who they have there, and because they've all been around together for so long, the Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, even Roki Sasaki. There's guys that will keep that starting rotation just flat and easy at all times.
Okay.
I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about that, but I love what's going on with Clayton Kershaw.
Little Dodgers talk.
Little Dodgers. Have you ever heard Clayton Kershaw mic'd up in a game?
Have I heard who?
Clayton Kershaw.
I feel like I have. I think he's
excellent.
Is he?
He's excellent at everything that he's very, very good. So NBC taking him is great. I honestly think he would be perfect on the Dodgers broadcast when Oral Hershiser takes the day off.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Verlander came back for more years. I feel like he's one of those guys that also would be really good. But yeah, I mean, I guess he won't be around. He won't be pitching forever. So I guess maybe him and Kershaw could work together at some point.
Yeah. So right now, Joey Votto is also going to be on NBC with Kershaw.
I like Joey Votto.
Joey Votto's great.
Yeah.
Listen, I often say that Bergman is monstrous at I almost combined two things. He's monstrous at content. And that was another orgasmic experience listening to Gregory Arthur Bergman talk Dodgers.
Well, it was very good. Very good, Gregory.
Thank you very much, sir.
Bravo. Hey, coming up next, Momo, I want to get into this whole tanking situation that the NBA finds itself in.
Tanktastic.
Yes. Yes, tanktastic.
Tanktastic.
So, let's do that.
7:59, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Coming up on 8 o'clock, Sedano did the tease there, but let me take a moment to tell you about American Heart Month. Momo, did you know I almost died a year ago?
I have heard that.
You might have heard that.
A few times.
A few times. Your heart works hard for you every single day. It powers everything you do. February is American Heart Month, and our friends at Providence want to remind you that taking care of your heart does not have to be complicated. It really doesn't. Small steps can make a big difference. With expert teams and advanced heart care available close to home across Southern California, Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Simple habits matter. It's what I always tell Cappy. Keep it simple, Jack. Moving more, eating well, and knowing your numbers can help protect your heart and support your long-term wellness. Even quick checkups or blood pressure screenings. How often do you take your blood pressure? Now, I take mine twice a day. I have to. But if you're one of these people, like Travis Rogers, scumbag, that says, oh, I take it 4 times a year, I'm fine. Listen, 4 times a year ain't enough. You should be taking it once every day. Even if it's perfect, why not? And that way you kind of get the rhythm of like, oh, I ate a salty meal last night, or I drank too much alcohol. How it affects your body. Keep your heart healthy, will you? It can give you valuable insight into your health when you check it up. This American Heart Month, Providence encourages everyone to take a moment to check in on their heart health and make choices that keep their heart strong for the people they love. Learn more at providence.org/SoCalHeart. What was your thing, Momo?
What?
About the NBA?
Oh,
Tanktastic. We'll get into that 4 minutes from right now. On Valentine's Day Friday, the whole Mishbook is here, but not Cappy, because it's a Momo in the Morning edition. We're back in 4 minutes on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Nothing like Valentine's Day in a cozy casita. My own private plunge pool, extra fluffy bed. Wait, is this thing on? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
From Cielo above to Mosen below, we've got Surf and Turf 3 special ways this Valentine's Day.
Number 2.
The best part of getting here is it's so easy.
And the number 1 reason.
Lunar New Year. Pin your wish on our wishing wall, and it really could come true. The 20th or 21st.
Morongo. Good times.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
And now for a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson.
Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Oh.
In Los Angeles, business is personal. It's built on trust, shared goals, and showing up where fans live and listen. At ESPN LA, we don't just close business, we open partnerships. We're hiring audio, play-by-play, and digital marketing consultants, local experts who know how to connect brands through ESPN LA's talent, digital platforms, events, and the power of Lakers, USC, Rams, Kings, Angels, and LAFC play-by-play. This role is about listening first, creating custom solutions, and building long-term relationships with businesses across one of the most iconic sports markets in the world. If you are driven, collaborative, and ready to represent the best brands in sports, this is your opportunity. Competitive pay, full benefits, real growth. Open your next partnership with ESPN LA. Apply today at goodkarmabrands.com/careers. goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
Talk about stepping up.
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:05 in the morning on a Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day weekend begins. We're playing that 90s R&B, sucker. And it works out because tomorrow, February 14th, back in 2000, the number one R&B song, Montel Jordan. Get It On Tonight. A lot of people wonder, Momo, does Montel Jordan have another song other than This Is How We Do It? Well, it's this one. Let's get it on tonight.
So best of Montel Jordan is these two songs?
Yeah, there might be another one in there. I don't really know.
Put it right in your mouth.
Exactly right,
this
Kevin.
one.
What?
I didn't know this one. I only know This Is How We Do It.
Oh, meanwhile, we got an update, Sedano. And it's a good one. You'll enjoy it. We go to our Cappy texted update desk.
Oh.
And one Gregory Arthur Bergman.
So I got a text from Cappy at the end of that segment, and he just says, think they get anything out of Kyle Hart this year?
Amazing.
First of all, the guy's name is Kyle Hurt. But
autocorrect, Greg.
The fact
I mean, he's probably driving.
Well, I don't think Hurt
I
changes
know.
to Hart.
I know.
But either way.
Also, he wants to let us know he's listening.
Yes, I love the fact that he's listening. And I love the fact that he knows who Kyle Hurt is. So
He doesn't
No,
really-
he probably
yeah.
just looked up like Dodgers bullpen online, and then he noticed one guy we didn't mention and just threw it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't.
Hey, at least he's listening.
He didn't tell us that he was out of pocket, so.
Speaking of baseball, Jeff Passen, MLB ball knower, part of the ESPN LA Mishpucha. He'll join us at 8:30. But right now, what did you call it? Tanktastic, Momo?
Yeah, the NBA is in the beginning of its tanktastic finish.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It started way earlier this
Yeah.
year because it is a great draft. Normally it's post-All-Star break where teams start to really kind of, make their maneuvering, let's
Dive.
call it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we've seen some really egregious things here over the last few weeks where the Jazz are not taking timeouts. They're sitting guys. They're shutting guys down. The Pacers were also similarly fined. I know the Nets have had some interesting decisions here recently. And look, I get it. Look, I've watched Darren Peterson. I've watched AJ DeBenza. They're legit like franchise type players. There's no question in my mind that in the right situation, those guys will be really, really good. And there's a couple of other guys, too, in that mix as well that I think that don't get as much pub as those two guys specifically. But I feel like the NBA has a real problem when we're doing this in late January.
I mean, it's hard to Bill Simmons went on a big rant the other day about how the season needs to be 70 games. So you do have there's already I agree with Bill. I think there's too many games. I think
agreed. 66. Remember the strike shortened year?
Yeah.
That's the number.
Yeah. 66, 70, something like that. Because it's just there's a when you dilute the product when you're playing so much, and then there's games or the guys just have to sit out. They have to load manage. And I know Michael Thompson will come in with when I was a player, we walked
different game, completely different game.
Yeah, they all just it's played so fast. Like these guys, I wonder if you
and
took
so
a tracker
far out.
Yeah,
like they used to play in a box. Most of it inside the 3-point line.
Kind of like jog down the court. Everybody set up inside the key. Pass it to a big guy. Maybe he makes a move. That's it. Everybody else is standing around. Now there's just movement constantly. It's just running and moving all over. So I think there's something to that. The season is too long, or too condensed, however you want to describe it. But so we already have that issue.
Well,
now
no, long. You're right on both, long and condensed.
And now we have teams that are just the incentive to tank is just too much, and I think a lot of it comes from, the trading of picks and the protections that are put on picks. These picks are coming into play that were traded 4 or 5 years ago. This is the way they call the out years picks. And you're hedging against a team's future, so the protection, the top 8 protected. Okay, that just means you have to be really, really bad to ensure that you're in that top 8. And I look at it from a fan's perspective. Like, if you had tickets to that game last night, that was rough. Think about the Spurs game the other night when the Lakers sat everyone, and the Lakers aren't even they're not tanking,
right.
They're just load managing.
Yeah.
What if you're a fan in Utah? You buy season tickets. What are you doing with these season seats now? You want to at least watch the young guys. You want to watch.
Last
Keontae
night
George.
was rough. That was at least LeBron and Austin Reeves played.
Yeah.
Imagine the Spurs game.
Oh gosh,
nobody.
Nobody.
Well, at least Wemby played.
Yeah,
but
I
understand. I understand load management more than I would the tanking part of it. Like, to me, it's it's a similar discussion, and we talked about this, Cappy and I, yesterday or the day before, which is it's kind of like the baseball discussion. Like, everybody blames the Dodgers. We blame the Pirates and the Marlins. Like,
I agree.
And I think it's similar here. Like, if you have a guy like LeBron who's 41 years old, and he's played, look, since he came back, he missed the first 2 back-to-backs, but he's played in almost all of them until recently. And, or if you're the Warriors, and, I just had them, right? And I talked to Steph during the game, right? And we talked about his injury situation. Like, I get, like, preserving him for when it matters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that, they're going to be out every game, but I understand that more because you're going to be playing in meaningful games in April and perhaps beyond. But when you're these tanking teams, like, your roster's not very good. We tried to flatten the odds. We did some things here to kind of change things around. But to me, what they're doing, like, just it's so egregious, right, that anyone with half a brain watching is like, oh, they're not trying to win this game. It's absurd.
Well, and think about, you're not just doing it for 1 year, George. Like, this
right.
is
These teams are doing it. Utah's been doing
years.
this for years.
Yeah, how are you ever selling tickets? Comes out, like, when you're a musician, you always say every once in a while a musician will have to cancel a concert. They got vocal issues. They get sick or something like that. And there's this big apology. I'm so sorry to my fans, and I'll make it up to you guys. And because you think most people they've booked the hotel room to come to this. They've flown from out of town. It's a really big deal when you don't play the dates.
Yeah,
and that's part of being a professional. And I think that somehow the guys in the NBA or teams or et cetera, they've just lost sight of the in-person product. The each game being meaningful. And I don't know. I don't envy anyone in those cities and those franchises that has to endure it. It's one thing to do it for a year. It's another thing to have five,
the
6,
Spurs
7.
did it for 3, but they're one of the smartest franchises in the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they ended up nailing them, right? Wemby, Castle, Harper, right?
Yeah.
And now they're good. Look at them now. They're the 2 seed.
Yeah.
So even if you wanted to do it for multiple years, there has to be a real strategy in place. And it feels like for most of these teams, I guess I'll give Utah the benefit of the doubt because Danny Ainge has done this before. But the other teams, like, I don't have real belief that they're going to be able to get out of this. The Brooklyns, the Washingtons even. Like, yeah, I know they made trades for Trey and Anthony Davis, but how many games are those guys even going to be healthy next year? You know, like just historically.
Well, look at Washington, like Trey Young. I think that guy can play. I mean, he's just not playing because they're trying to tank. Okay?
Yeah, but he's not been healthy recently over the last couple of years either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can play. I think AD, look, that's a crapshoot all the time.
Well, AD doesn't even want to be there, I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was
Would
thrilled
you?
with what happened. But I think Washington will be good next year. I think those young guys are. I think Alex Sarr is a good defensive player, sort of versatile offensive. They got a couple
Bub
of young.
Carrington.
Yeah, look, I like Koulibaly and I like Trey Johnson a lot.
Yeah, the kid they drafted this year.
This year, I think those young players are good. And now that you have Trey and AD, I like that Utah and Washington are finally made moves where they're signaling we're going to try next year, like we're going to try. But it's just hard to just wait an entire season or tell guys that are. I think if they were on a winning team, would AD or if they were in a different situation, would AD or Trey Young be playing right now, or at least sometime soon, probably. So they're just sitting. I mean, Jared Jackson Jr. I mean, I'm not going to poke fun at this. He has like a tumor in his kneecap or something. They had to have surgery, season-ending surgery, but it was predictable. As soon as they traded for him, like, oh, they're going to find something wrong with him, right? They're gonna. No, he's not going to play. That's hard to do when you're a player, to just take a whole half a year off.
How much is it on Adam Silver with how he's commissioned the league? And you were talking earlier
It
about
is
how
on
they
that. Ultimately, it has to be
so
on
this
him.
is all on Adam Silver
No,
for
I mean,
how
look,
it changed.
They all agreed to this collective bargaining agreement, and which means that they all agreed to this salary structure. They all agreed to not change the lottery rules, and they all agreed to. There's radical things they could do, like they could decide you can't have any protections on picks. You can't do 1 to 8 protected. It's just you trade it first or you don't trade it first. That would stop a lot of this stuff.
Yep.
Because the protections are the ones that are doing that. Like you just wouldn't trade first round picks anymore.
And now he's starting to think. I read somewhere that he's thinking about having a tournament for the lower teams to get
I would
number one.
be in on that.
I like that actually.
So, but wouldn't you then tank to get into that spot, or tank a little bit so you are in the lottery space or in the top 10?
Right, but then you
so
have to actually play to win
pick?
it. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
All these guys that have been sitting out all of a sudden miraculously be
all,
healthy.
all of a sudden,
Well,
they're
but
all
those guys
healthy.
aren't incentivized to do it. That's the only drawback to that is that what is the incentive for the current players to want to win that first pick? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because in football there's really the same issue, right? You're incentivized to tank to get the number one pick, but I guess there's just enough good players that can help your franchise that people don't do it.
Yeah, but teams can go from worst to first in the NFL. You're with how the schedule works.
A lot of that is also sample size of games too.
Right.
You're right.
Because no player is going to want to get to free agency anymore. It's just too this idea that Giannis could become a free agent. Everybody's lining up. It's because they're not. It's not set up that way. No one can get to free. Guys have to force trades to get out, so they can re-sign with a team that has their bird rights, et cetera. It's impossible to maintain
space for teams. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is a positive thing because it allows you to trade less assets to be able to acquire a player because you can absorb him into space.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, that's essentially what a lot of the Utah was able to do, right? And then Brooklyn does that. They're like everybody. It's almost like they're a credit union. Like we know you're over the, we can lend you $5 million.
What's the one that Gronk
space.
uses? What's the Navy Federal Credit Union?
Navy Federal.
The Brooklyn Nets Federal Credit Union for all you teams that are over the cap.
But look at the Lakers right now. They're going to have $60 million in cap space. They have 75% of their roster that's
what
not
is that
going to be
good
here.
for?
But that doesn't mean anything. That $60 million is going to go away like that. so they don't really have that much space to be able to fill all the way up. You can't get a big player. That takes all your cap space.
Right, and also then you have all these icky things where like Giannis has to he doesn't want to alienate that whole fan base, so he's not going to say he wants to trade, but like clearly there's some reason why there was discussions there. He's not happy there. I don't think any of these storylines are good for the league. I don't think any of these is how, but the owners chose this because they could not take the idea of really premium players leaving for nothing. They just couldn't after LeBron, after those guys left in free agency. It was too damaging. So, now we're here.
Isn't it getting harder to keep, like everyone says, OKC, for example, yes, they built through the draft. They were patient. They won the championship. They could repeat. But everyone keeps saying, like, wait a couple years, and all these guys, like, they're going to have to break the team up relatively quickly. It can't be like a 6-year dynasty because it's, the second apron and all that stuff. So isn't it so much harder now to build and keep a team together that the only other choice teams like Utah have is to completely tank to get good players?
That's
right. But the players agreed to this, which I was stunned that they agreed to that collective bargaining agreement with the second apron in it, because I don't think they – I'm fairly certain, and I like him a lot. C.J. McCollum was the players' rep at that time. Like, that was a poor decision on his part to get those guys to agree to that, because it really has put the clamps on what Lindsay said, and also it really restricts movement in a way that they were happy to have for many years prior to that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm surprised. I don't think they understood what was going to happen, and I also think they were getting so much more money that it was like a golden handcuffs thing.
Right.
All right, we're not taking a timeout. We're just going to pause here for 60 seconds so Sedano could tell us about our friends at Bouqs.
Well, listen, you got one day, okay? This is the deal here, all right? Time is literally ticking down here. So don't forget Valentine's Day flowers, man. Not the move. Trust me. This is why we go to the Bouqs company every single time. Bouqs is short for bouquets. It's spelled Bouqs. Bouqs delivers modern bouquets fresh to your significant other's door. Plus, with our code ESPN, you get 25% off. Time is running out, though. Bouqs flowers cut fresh from the best farms in the world. You get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Listen, the best part about Bouqs is they make it easy. But again, you're up against the clock here, okay? Pick the bouquet. Go to the website, Bouqs.com. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. No last-minute panic. Well, you're already coming down to the last minute, so maybe no panic because they've got you covered. So go to the website, Bouqs.com, pick the delivery date, and you're done. That's why Bouqs has over 50,000 five-star reviews. And listen, even if your significant other says, you don't have to get me anything, that doesn't mean no flowers. Flowers still score every time. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, okay? So don't fumble this, man. Order now. Go to Bouqs.com. Use the promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. That Bouqs. Promo code ESPN.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:19 in the morning.
So, Momo, let's do this. Let's shift from that to something more positive.
Okay.
To me, I had him the other night. We saw him against the Lakers a couple nights before that. If there's a guy you're going to spend your hard-earned cash on, okay, to go watch him play right now, I always suggest to everyone, go see Victor Wembenyama.
Yes.
Because you're going to see something you literally have never seen before in your life. How would you kind of describe watching him play?
I have never seen a player like him. He's one of a kind. I think he's as interesting off the court as he is on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, every day I hear a new story like can I do some name dropping?
Sure.
Chris, you want me to do some name dropping?
It's about time.
Yeah, okay. I was at the CAA party last night, and Vivek Ranadive was there, the owner of the Sacramento Kings, and he was telling me about this guy from Stanford because he knows I'm a Stanford girl, and he goes, this is a lot of name dropping.
I like it. Let's go.
I was on his team. He's this French guy. He majored in computer science and all that stuff, and he goes, and you ask him what he wants to do with his free time. He plays chess. He reads books. He's like, and I go, who's he play chess with? He goes, he plays chess with Wemby.
Oh.
I'm like, Wemby plays chess. That's just every time I learn new things about Wemby, it's like he went off to train with the monks in China.
Yeah.
He woke up at 4:30 in the morning every day to meditate, and he like really did it. This wasn't just some Nike commercial.
Yeah, and he's talking about the rookie center, Maxime Reynaud.
Yes, thank you. I was going to try to say that, but I knew I would.
I desperately want to learn how to play chess.
I have learned
my
how
daughter
to play
knows
chess.
how to
I know how to
play.
play chess.
Can
I
she
can
teach
teach
me?
you.
Yeah, she started to teach me a little bit. We just haven't played in a while, but I mean, I get the basics.
Am I too old to learn?
No. It's not that hard.
Really?
You could learn how to play, like the same way I could say I play pickleball. Like, am I good at pickleball? Not really.
I mean, Sedano
But,
and
like,
I
I can play.
Sedano and I have been playing chess around here for years, but that's a different type of chess.
Hey.
Although we've run out of pieces to have fun with. That's why we just yell
Really?
at each other now, yeah.
Well, we just ran out of pawns.
Yeah, we ran out of pawns.
That was a good one.
Pawns are the most important piece in chess.
Wemby is he's like a citizen of the world.
He's an alien.
And you know what I love about him most?
Yeah.
He wants to kill you on the court.
Yeah.
Kill you. Like, kill. You want to talk about Mamba mentality guy
Yeah.
who, does, like, similar to Kobe, like, no friends, like, on the floor. Like, he's cool off the floor. But in those 48 minutes between those white lines, he wants to take you out.
I remember early on the first time I ever met him in person. It was one of the times he came through LA, and we said something like, "Hey, did you ever growing up you said so and so was your favorite player? Did you get a chance to talk to him on the court or you pick his brain?" He goes, "I don't do that once we're playing against each other."
Yep.
Oh, okay. He's like that. He's like he's not gonna go work out with people in the off season and then go compete against them.
Right. He went to Akeem this
Yeah.
offseason. That's what he did. Like most guys do at some point when they really want to work on their post game. So anyway, I do think the league is in good shape with him. The Lakers are going to have a lot to contend with him and OKC moving forward. So I will be curious to see, and we can get into it in the 9 o'clock hour, how we see the Lakers maybe future playing out potentially. And we'll speculate on the offseason a little bit and maybe the second half. But Jeff Passen's going to stop by next to talk
MLB
baseball.
ball knower. Jeff Passen with his first appearance of the 2026 edition
Oh, yeah?
of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Meanwhile, it's Live Nation Ticket Friday on ESPN LA. Call 213-799-0139. You're saying what number is that, Jack? 213-799-0139. Caller number 7 wins a pair of tickets to see Shane Gillis and friends at the Hollywood Bowl on May 4th as part of the Netflix is a Joke series. Don't miss one of the biggest comedy events of the year. Only with ESPN LA and Live Nation. 213-799-0139. Caller number 7 wins. Jeff Passen next on the Momo edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on Valentine's Day, Friday. Suck up.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Netflix is a Joke presents Shane Gillis.
Chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed, and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Stunad. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Mercedes every Thursday in February. Club Serrano members play all month long to earn entries for your chance to win this powerful and luxurious full-size German SUV. Join for free today and don't miss your opportunity to drive off in a brand new Mercedes. It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
And straight to the championship with a brand new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax, only from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. You got a trade-in? Your ride could be worth more than you think. So get in the game with Northridge and Wonders Toyota. They make it easy.
2025 Toyota Tacoma 2.4L Turbo, model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN 1ST037657. Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Don't get dismissive with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today, Bergman.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
I'm going to get upset.
Back to the guys.
Oh, wow. Nothing gets you going on Valentine's Day, Friday at 8. Oh, boy.
Mornings on
At 8:28. That was my fault. The Sedano Kap.
Is this Tulsa? What is going on around here, Chris?
My headphones. Like Jodeci, freaking you. You want to get nasty in those sheets? You put on some Jodeci.
Oh.
Maybe you get the Walmart bag that Cappy's got.
I forgot to charge it.
I'm almost not familiar with that. We can talk about that in the YouTube hour.
Yeah, we're getting ready for Jeff
safer
Passen to join us. Also, congratulations, Gabriel Rodriguez. Gabriel in East LA won the Shane Gillis tickets for the Netflix is a Joke. Keep listening all day long at ESPN LA.
Hey, what's up, Paul? I did laugh when I heard that Shane Gillis joke. It was pretty funny.
That one, right? In the commercial.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's funny. It's funny, although it made me sad because I got like 2 little boys. I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
No.
That's
and it was,
me. I'm like,
by the
oh,
way,
that's
it was
my
me
best-
with my mother.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm going to make a stop at her house to give flowers. And I already set up with my pops. And they're not awake yet, so they're not listening. So they don't know. They listen
sleep
usually
in. What
back.
time do they get up?
My mom is not retired. So my dad usually, they'll get up like 9, have coffee. Then she goes into the office around 11.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Those are my hours.
I know.
It would be mine, too, for sure. Trust me.
Jeff Passen is about to join us here.
Hey,
on ESPN
can I do LAX here real quick then? Tell
You know
people
what?
about
I like it. I
our
like
home
it.
away
Do
from
it.
home. Be a little proactive here on
Yeah,
the front
let's
end.
do it,
Yeah. Hey, listen, changes in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon. As part of LAX's ongoing investment to improve your travel journey, the new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, all in 10 minutes or less round trip, departing every 2 minutes. They'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. That means a lot less congestion in that bowl when you're driving around. To learn more, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:30 in the morning. And what a Valentine's Day Friday it is that the one and only Jeff Passen joins us right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Jeff, how the hell are you?
I am stuck in traffic in Florida right now, but otherwise I'm doing great.
You got a lot in common with everyone in LA listening right now.
Yeah, exactly.
See, you know what? That's know your audience, Passen. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I've been in traffic in Florida, too. You're in Miami?
No, actually. It's not even like good Florida. So,
Good Florida. What's good Florida?
Are you in a panhandle then?
No spring training up on the Panhandle.
Okay.
I am on.
So you're like Central Florida, right? Yeah.
I'm going to Mets camp right now.
Oh, St. Lucie. Oh, well, you know what it is, Passen? All the people post-COVID, all those New Yorkers and stuff, I mean, there were plenty of them already there, but then even more of them moved down there, so they don't have the infrastructure to figure it all out, and take that as someone who's a native of South Florida.
I mean, look at you coming with the 30,000-foot view of Floridian traffic, George.
There you go.
Well done.
There you go. All right, let's talk about the 30,000-foot view of how the Dodgers are ruining baseball, Jeff Passen. The Dodgers continue to ruin baseball. But let's talk about the actual fact that, I don't know, everyone else can spend money and they don't. But what do you make of the adage, right, this narrative that the Dodgers are, quote-unquote, ruining baseball?
I mean, they kind of are, but they should.
Okay.
There you go. I like it.
Here's my problem with the entire discourse about this, guys. Everybody is right. And what I mean by that is Dodgers fans are absolutely right to stand up for the way that Mark Walter and Stan Kasten and Todd Bowley and Andrew Friedman and everyone in charge there operates the team. They come from a hedge fund moneyed background. And what do you do when you are trying to make money? You seek advantages in any market. And the advantage right now in Major League Baseball's financial system is cash. And you know what? The Dodgers have a lot of that among the, enormous pool of money that Guggenheim Partners has. And the literally billion plus dollars that the Dodgers made last year, the first team in baseball history to surpass $1 billion in revenues. If the only penalties that are in place right now are financial penalties, and you feel like spending money makes you money, then it cancels those penalties out and gives you incentive to go out and spend. So the Dodgers, and to a similar extent the Mets, are just doing what the system tells them to do, and nobody should ever hate them or fault them for that. They should say, good for you for trying to run a business the right way. The problem, though, is a system in which something like that can exist alongside teams with 70 and 80 and 90 and $100 million payrolls. I understand the plight of the small markets. And while it's true, guys, that the small market owners absolutely could spend more and should spend more, does doing so really change things when comparing them to the Dodgers? No, not demonstrably. I mean, if the Pirates went and spent $50 million more than they're going to be carrying into opening day this year, would they be a threat to the Dodgers? Nope. They would not. And so everybody is right here. Dodgers fans are right to stand up for the Dodgers. Small market fans are right to say it's unfair what's going on right now. This is ultimately on the stewards of the game, the owners and the leaders at the Major League Baseball Players Association, to find a happy medium where the fans of those small market teams, and I believe that the strength of any sport is based on not how strong its best team is, but how strong its worst team is. It's to bring that floor up so that there's at least a feeling of competitiveness in the game, which right now, fair or not, doesn't exist.
So, Jeff, I understand all of those points, but I also think that the great part of baseball is that you can have teams like the Pirates, or you can have those small market teams that occasionally, if they get the right group of young players together and then decide to keep one or two of them for a next contract, or et cetera. I think the Cleveland Indians are a good team like that sometimes.
That's right.
Right? That you can get one of those teams and they have a good run here and there. Plus, spending your way to a championship doesn't always work. It's just that the Dodgers have done it. But that usually doesn't. Like, see the Mets last year, see all those other teams that spent so much money and those players just don't work out or they don't pan out. That's the hedge against all this.
Yeah, Mo, like, you got to catch yourself here a little bit. You're arguing. I know. I just wanted to shorten it to make it easier to get to my point. You're arguing that occasionally teams in small markets can be good. If you live in a small market and you hear that, occasionally you guys are going to have a shot. That doesn't pass muster. That's not, that's not what we're looking for here. I think we're looking for the idea that just like in the NFL, I think fans in the NFL actually believe that their teams have a chance, except if you're like a Giants or Jets fan, that their teams have a chance every year. And if we want to look at spending in baseball, I mean, just look at the World Series champions. Like the last 10 years, they've all been top 10 payrolls. Money matters in baseball. Money matters significantly in baseball. There is a strong correlation between spending and success in baseball. And for all the teams like the Mets that you have others. But your point about the Guardians or the Brewers or the Rays, like these are organizations that have managed to figure it out even on lesser payrolls. The most wins in Major League Baseball last year came from literally the smallest market in the game. So, yeah, it is possible. And I think getting the game to that balance point where you feel like there's still skill involved if you're a front office to build a team properly, but that it's not the only factor that has to be in play or that you have to absolutely beat up on those lesser teams. I don't know. I think there's a lot of room to be improved in this, and that as good as the Dodgers have been for the sport, and I firmly believe that the Dodgers have been good for baseball, even as they've been dominant for two reasons. Number one, it gives everyone someone to root against. I don't think that's ever a bad thing. But number two, I think it has exposed the flaws in the system so that everyone now knows this is what needs fixing in order to get to that point where small market fans don't become so disaffected they start turning off television.
Well, and Jeff Passen is here with us here on Sedano and Kap. Momo in for Kap today. Look, I mean, a perfect example is the Milwaukee Brewers, right? I mean, Freddie Peralta a couple weeks ago, Corbin Burns prior to that, right? They have to move on from these types of guys. So they are in a different situation, obviously, if you're in a smaller market. But I do want to talk to you specifically
George,
about.
Can I just say quickly? The
Yeah.
Brewers didn't have to move on from anyone. The system made it such that moving on from those guys was the best thing for them.
Right.
And that's what needs fixing. That right there.
Yeah.
No one has to do anything. These owners do not have to limit their payroll. They choose to because that's what the incentives tell them to do.
Gotcha. Right. Fair point. No doubt. Let's talk about this specific Dodgers team, right? Kyle Tucker, what do you make of the contract? And what do you think that means for, as we've been talking about, this same theme, kind of the future of the sport?
Yeah, it's such an interesting contract because never before have we seen a guy turn down $300+ million in free agency to go for a short-term deal. But then again, never before have we seen an organization offer $60 million a year on a short-term deal. So I thought it was perfect for what the Dodgers are trying to do, which is win a third consecutive championship. And they spent the money that they needed to get the player. And look, Mookie Betts isn't getting any younger. Freddie Freeman isn't getting any younger. And I think when we look at where the Dodgers are right now, this is going to be something of a transitional period of them. And it's nice to be in a transitional period where you're overwhelming favorites to win a third consecutive championship. But that's what the Dodgers have built, guys. They have the money, right? Nobody can deny that. Nobody can look at them and say that money doesn't matter. It does. But what they've built around that is as stable an organization structurally as any in baseball. They have a very good farm system still. They have extremely competent people in charge who know how to win and have illustrated that over the last couple of years. And I think the Dodgers are going to do whatever it takes to win a championship this year. And it's a really nice feeling if you're a Dodgers fan to know that, the Death Star is on your side.
What do we make of this labor situation, Jeff? Are we heading for another lockout or work stoppage or whatever? However we end up in a bad place?
Yes, I think there is going to be a lockout, but I don't necessarily think that means doomsday.
Okay.
A lockout. So the collective bargaining agreement expires December 1st. If there's no deal in place, and I don't anticipate that there will be, then the owners are going to lock the players out. And what we miss then is the winter meetings will get canceled, free agency at trades and other transacting will stop, and the industry will essentially grind to a halt. the important dates start around mid-February because that's when the clock is ticking on potentially missing games. And Major League Baseball hasn't missed a game, since a shortened 1995 season, which came after the cancellation of the World Series in 1994. It's been 30-plus years of labor peace at this point. And I just think, maybe this is me being Pollyannish, I just think there is too much for baseball to lose at a moment when it's got momentum for the owners to drive this thing off a cliff by saying it's salary cap or bust. And that's going to be the big talking point this time around. Does baseball need a salary cap? The players say definitively no. Not only do we not need one, but we won't accept one. And the question ultimately is going to be, can owners get to the point where they are okay with having a similar system in place right now, but one that has a lot of changes to try and mitigate the advantages that the Dodgers, Mets, and others have?
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for the time, brother. We appreciate it. I know you're busy. You're running around. You're stuck in St. Lucie traffic. Drive down a little. If you drive down a little further south, the food fare will be better for you, but the traffic will be worse. I will warn you on that.
I will be in Miami for the WBC, so I appreciate it. And thank you, George, and thank you, Mo.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I'll send you some restaurant recommendations, some new places that have popped up. All right, brother. Thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
The great Jeff Passen. Wow, that was
That's
great.
a good get. Who pulled that off?
I mean, he's an ESPN teammate.
I know, but he doesn't do a lot of radio shows anymore. He and I talk.
He's he and I are good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good, he and I.
It's a good get.
And Lindsay goes way back with him, but we're
I mean, I go way back with him, but I'm still impressed because I know his stance on doing a lot of call-ins.
Yeah,
Cleveland guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He and I don't remember when we really hit it off, but when he first got here, we hit it off somehow. And we text every once in a while. We chat occasionally.
8:43 in the morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on Valentine's Day, Friday. Lindsay, let's talk about our friends at VisionWorks. We all were there. Cappy, myself, you, Lindsay, we were at VisionWorks this week. And what a place VisionWorks is.
VisionWorks is amazing, and they make everything so simple. You can go on their website, visionworks.com. You can find a store. You can make an appointment. You can even order your glasses on there because they have so many different styles to choose from. You can even check to see if they accept your insurance on there, Christopher.
Now, here's the thing. You're getting your tax refund. It's tax time. Don't blow that tax refund on candy hearts and Starburst, although I do like Starburst. Spend it on your eyes, Jack. Go see our friends at VisionWorks. Like Lindsay said, they got the simple shopping. They keep it simple. Now, there's a lot of other places over the years that you probably went for an eye exam. And you went, man, that just didn't feel great. But when you go to VisionWorks, it's simple. They're friendly. They're smiling at you. For me, I saw Dr. Mike in Brea. He checked out my eyes. In my email, as I was walking out, bam! Copies of my retina scan. Like, I have it now. And like Cappy mentioned, they give you the prescription, too. So if you want to go to other places to get your glasses, VisionWorks got you covered. But let's say you're hoity-toity, right? You want to take your prescription to Beverly Hills. You could do that, too. Go see our friends at VisionWorks or check them out at visionworks.com. They got the BOGO, 2 pairs, 1 easy decision. Buy one, get one free at VisionWorks. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on Valentine's Day, Friday, 9:15 a.m. We come back in 3 minutes, and maybe we'll slap it around before the YouTube hour begins.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
And now for a limited time, get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
El fin de semana más romántico del año. Con la banda más romántica de todos los tiempos. MS llega a Los Ángeles con nueva fecha, 14 de febrero 2026. Viernes 13 y sábado 14 de febrero. Crypto.com Arena. Boletos en axs.com.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, my. This is a banger. Don't get a chance to use that word very often, guys.
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
But it just sort of came out of my mouth. Banger is what it is.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
Well, we had to save the best for last for the terrestrial part of the show. 8:48. Good morning on Valentine's Day, Friday. You ready, Jorge?
Watch out, Jorge.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh,
okay, the leg up there's a little.
That looks like that LeBron dance he was doing yesterday.
Quack, quack.
I feel like I heard a hip crack or something on
Not
that.
anymore. My hips are loose these days.
Jorge was just trying to survive.
Happy Valentine's Day Friday. Now, here's the thing, Shiano. Hold on. Jorge and I are all tangled.
Yeah, I
so
see
now
that.
I can't hear
Jorge
myself.
is just
Hold
trying
on.
to forget about this whole thing. Just trying to block it out.
So I've got a 9 a.m. meeting with station owner Sam Pines at the JW. So I'll be gone for about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. Now, Momo, real quick.
I'm setting something up. Hold
Look
on.
at his face, man. He's dying over
I
there.
get cornered. I have nowhere to go.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go. He's trapped.
He's literally tethered.
Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you this. You know what time it is? It's
Olympic
time,
update?
No. It's time to BBGO for it in every game.
Hey.
Someone gets the chance to take the guess which team will score the first three-point basket. And last night, our BBGO for it contestant was Fernando Gonzalez in the city of Norwalk, who correctly guessed that the Lakers would hit the first three. Let's play it.
Marcus Smart will bring it into the front court. Lakers 8, Mavs 4. 9:15 to go, first quarter. Here is LeBron behind the three-point line. Takes a three and buries it. Lakers 11, Mavericks 4.
Nice work, Johnny I. And nice work, Fernando Gutierrez. Fernando Gutierrez from the city of Norwalk. You win a $100 BBGO gift card and are entered to win a trip to basketball's biggest stage. Want to play? Listen to Mason and Ireland for your chance to win every Lakers game day, which we got a little bit of an all-star break here, but we'll take it up again next week. Good luck from our friends at BBGO. bring something different to the table. BB, go for it, Sedano.
Now, I love how they play the BBGO tic-tac-toe on the floor on game days there at Crypto.com Arena. But before we get to our Olympic update, I would imagine here, Momo, what do you make of the morning show? It moves fast. It'll be a little looser in the YouTube hour.
Yeah.
But the terrestrial portion moves quickly.
Yeah, it really does. I hit a little lull. I mean, I'm not used to getting up this time and being alert.
Yeah.
Like there's like a level of alertness that you have to have to be on the radio.
Got to be quick. I mean, and there's people, to Chris's point at the beginning of the show, things going to be firing at you quick.
What's good is that I don't have to, because there's a lot of you here.
Yeah.
You all are talking, so I don't have to like when I'm on with like certain hosts, I won't name.
No, name them.
You can name them.
I mean, there's some names like. I don't know, some name.
Don't do it, Momo. Don't do it.
Mason? Ireland?
No, do it.
DeMarco, Travis?
I would have probably gone with Ireland.
Okay, what is
it? The thing with Ireland, I don't really have to do much when I'm with Ireland because he's just got the whole show mapped out. Like
I don't care.
Like
Ramona.
I'll just sit here. The only problem is if I look over sometimes and let's see the head nod and the droop.
Oh, boy.
I gotta spring into action.
You think you get me sometimes? You just got Momo full.
Oh my God.
Ramona, you cover the NBA. I work for the Lakers. What do you think about X, Y, and Z?
My favorite is.
My work is done for the day.
No, my favorite Ireland are the. Ramona thinks kids are evil and should never be brought into press conferences and are ruining everything. I think Riley Curry's cute. Who's right?
That's next.
877-710-3776.
I was like, is that what I said? I don't know if that's it. Ramona thinks the Clippers are the smartest front office in the history of basketball. I think they're stupid. Who's right?
They called me.
Momo,
That's my favorite.
That's probably one of the best sound bites that anyone ever elicited out of anyone ever. Was that? I mean, and that was you that did that.
Pretty good.
We do it. We use it a lot. That's for sure.
I mean, that whole interview was like a blur to me. That was just like the weirdest set of circumstances. Like that. Well, first of all, the story breaks, and we were all flying to Bristol. I was going to Connecticut for Woj's Hall of Fame induction. Everyone was going to Woj's Hall of Fame induction. So I remember when that came out, I was like listening to a lot of Pablo's interview on the plane and like trying to download clips so that I could get it on the Wi-Fi because the plane. Anyway, but then when I landed and I had been trying to see if the Clippers would comment or Ballmer would comment or whatever it was, like that whole thing was like, can you just turn around and come back to LA? And I couldn't get there fast enough, and then we had to be on it. So then when he finally got there, I had been working on the questions all day. We taped that thing really late at night. I think it was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. It was a very straight. The whole thing is a blur. So I do remember having to, like everyone, like you feel like you're in a theater and everyone's watching you. Like there's this interview that you saw because it was a very high stakes interview, right? And I hadn't slept much. I don't know what time zone I was in. It was very late at night. Still digesting all of what Pablo had reported. So it was I don't even remember all was said.
Now
except for that quote?
Was the script that Steve Ballmer handed you, was that in a 3-ring binder or in a portfolio?
Hey. No, I actually worked on all those questions with I think pretty much everyone on our staff.
Oh, very nice.
David Kraft, right, is the
David Kraft, but my editor Ross Marinson, Dane Beavers, all the
or whatever.
Yeah, there's and also even our staff. I called Tim Bontemps, I called Wendy, I called.
We love Wendy here.
Oh yeah, that's my dude. He's
my Colombo brother.
I know. I love that Wendy likes golf too. You guys should go play golf.
Really?
Yes, he's a big golfer.
How did I not know this?
You got to get him out to the ESPN LA golf event this year.
Wendy and I out there spanking Whitey together?
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Wendy's kind of good. He goes and plays all the courses. He's got.
What's his handicap?
I don't know.
I'm gonna text him and ask him.
Yeah, ask him.
Did you see what Grant in LA just put in the Twitter machine here?
No.
What?
It says at CMM Spectrum. That's you, Christopher. Dare I say the flow with Sedano and at Ramona Shelburne may be better than Sedano's flow at Scott Kaplan. Much less frustration. I see. Is Sedano smiling more today?
Do I need to start?
I smiled at him.
Do I need to start annoying you, George? I can annoy you.
No, at all.
Have you had a sigh yet? I don't think there's been a sigh.
No, not one sigh. As a matter of fact, I've been anti-sigh today.
The
Anti-side.
The Rich Eisen Show begins terrestrially at the top of the hour on 7:10 a.m. and on the app. If you're listening to us, stay right there. We begin the YouTube hour at ESPN Los Angeles and on the app. I'm going to duck out for 30 minutes, but then I'll be back. We continue next on a Friday, Valentine's Day Friday on ESPN LA.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hogue Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hogue Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hogue Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hogue. Learn more at HogueOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
In Los Angeles, business is personal. It's built on trust, shared goals, and showing up where fans live and listen. At ESPN LA, we don't just close business, we open partnerships. We're hiring audio, play-by-play, and digital marketing consultants, local experts who know how to connect brands through ESPN LA's talent, digital platforms, events, and the power of Lakers, USC, Rams, Kings, Angels, and LAFC play-by-play. This role is about listening first, creating custom solutions, and building long-term relationships with businesses across one of the most iconic sports markets in the world. If you are driven, collaborative, and ready to represent the best brands in sports, this is your opportunity. Competitive pay, full benefits, real growth. Open your next partnership with ESPN LA. Apply today at goodkarmabrands.com/careers. goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Mercedes every Thursday in February. Club Serrano members play all month long to earn entries for your chance to win this powerful and luxurious full-size German SUV. Join for free today and don't miss your opportunity to drive off in a brand new Mercedes. It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
At Wrangler, we know the essential question for any guy is, can I go like this? It could be date night, boys' night, work, or your nephew's school play. It could be anything, and the last thing you want to do is change. That's why Wrangler makes jeans, shirts, jackets, and tees that answer yes to life's essential question. You can go in Wrangler. Check out our latest styles today at Wrangler.com. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got nothing to do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. Let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turns out there's a Walmart right in my own neighborhood.
Wow.
They got it all.
Yeah, it's like a grocery store, too.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hack.
You're the widow on the radio.
No. Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
Clinton, you want to play Swing Your Sausage?
Why not?
It's a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a party game.
No, Lindsay's holding up the box.
I'm kind of a little jealous right now, Clinton, because I really wanted to play this game, too.
Oh, is that
We
right?
can wait for you, Cap.
I feel like Casey Kasem having to make that transition.
Hey!
When he had to go from...
Yeah, that's one of the classic radio bits. Where it's like, don't go from a slow song into a...
We have
ponderous, man. Ponderous.
This is ponderous, man. Ponderous.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
When I'm on vacation, you can talk all the schwanz you want.
Right. Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bit boy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
This is Pepe Mantilla, your Spanish voice of the Los Angeles Lakers. This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Good morning, Scott.
Oh, my God. Look at him swing that sausage.
We're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we at.
Come on, Momo.
Beat me to it. Jorge
All
got
right.
his glasses back on. People don't know what just happened.
Oh, seriously.
Are you still recovering?
But that's what they mean by anything comes at you at any time.
Whoa,
so fast. Like you just gotta be ready, Momo. You know.
I mean, I think the thing is though that like I'm still in that sleepy state where like I've had. I mean, how many shots are there? 5 shots of espresso in this.
You've had since your first one I spilled.
Yeah.
That was
Probably
supposed
had half
to be 5,
that
but it
one.
was 3 shots of espresso.
It's a lot of espresso
so
in
now
here.
you've got to 8 shots
But I
of
literally
espresso.
think, George, you're a parent, Jorge, you're a parent. You could, this is interesting. There's Jorge and there's George, but they're spelled the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Just figured that out, huh?
Yeah. I mean, spelled the same way, but pronounced totally different.
Yeah.
You could, literally fall asleep at any moment. It doesn't matter if I've had 8 shots of coffee. It's okay.
I guess. Yeah, I get 3 cups of coffee. 1 in the morning, gonna drive in.
Yeah.
1 when I get here, and then 1 before I go home.
Yeah, and then do you take a nap?
And then I try to. Yeah, if the
Yeah.
baby's if he lets me, yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah,
So this is the YouTube only version.
Yeah, this thing, we can get loose now. We can get a
Okay.
little looser. It's not as structured, although we will have Samboni to do our Ice
Okay.
Scrapers segment. Our LA Kings insider, Samboni.
Hey, we can talk about the Olympics? 'Cause I've been watching. You guys
We
been
can.
watching?
Yeah.
I was watching Chloe
I-
Kim yesterday.
yesterday I did not get a chance to watch because I was coming back. My flight was delayed getting back from San Francisco, and then everything
I love
kind
the
of
music.
spiraled from there. But I didn't get a chance to watch much. But I did see some of the Olympic hockey. But what do you want to tell us, Momo? What have you been interested
I
in?
was watching the Chloe Kim stuff. I
I'm
love
so
watching
bummed for her.
I know. And she fell. And that other girl deserved it, man.
You're right.
She really the girl from South Korea who won the gold, who beat Chloe Kim to sort of stop her from getting 3 straight golds.
In the half pipe snowboarding.
There you go. She wiped out. I thought she had a concussion or something. Maybe she did. She hit the side of the pipe and went down the hill, and she was down for a while in the middle of the half pipe, and they were like, "Oh, we'll be back in just a little while to make sure this girl is okay."
Yeah. I mean, is she going to need surgery, Chloe Kim?
No. The girl who beat her. I mean,
Gaeon Choi.
Yeah, she was awesome. She and the one that she kind of came back from whatever that.
Well, but I thought
concussed
Chloe
state she
Kim
was
had
in.
a shoulder injury.
She might have. She fell too.
Yeah.
But she still got silver.
Still got silver, and it's not bad. She got Myles Garrett as her boyfriend.
Yeah, nice consult.
She's
What do
doing
they
all
call it?
right.
Consolation prize.
Yeah.
She's all right.
I was watching that. My Jacob is my youngest. He's 3.5, and I'm trying to get my kids to be Olympics nuts like me. So I get them to watch on Peacock. We watch on Peacock. I don't watch the live shows anymore, and it's fun because you can fast forward and you're watching stuff. And all Jacob likes to watch is the medal ceremonies. He's like, I want to see the medals, and I was like,
he wants the results.
Yeah, he wants the results, but I think he really just likes the flags and how they hoist the
podium
flags,
and all that.
the podium and all that. That's very exciting. So do you know there's a thing on Peacock where there's like you can go by sport, and then there's one thing you can click on. It's like just medals, and it's literally like you can just watch people getting their medals and playing the national anthem. So that's what we've been watching.
So what are we come a long way from the triple cast? Do you remember that?
Oh,
the original one back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you asking, Greg?
So the women's skeleton is on right now,
Oh.
and the USA
this
is going.
is the insane one where they go head
Yeah,
first.
where they're going head first in the luge. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
How fast are
So
they
this
going?
is USA.
Oh, yeah,
It's
really fast.
Mystic or Mystique Row is out there right now.
Amazing name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great name.
I got to be honest. All these skier names are like you just decided your kid's going to
Like
be Olympics.
Breezy Phillips.
Breezy, Peekaboo.
Or Breezy Johnson.
Mystique is her name? Come on.
Mystique, yeah.
Mystique Rowe. What a name.
Great
I
name.
mean, I always kind of wonder who these people are. Like, what are their backgrounds that they can train and be this good? Like the girl who won the gold in halfpipe, she's like 16 or something.
We need a Cappy Rayo Rinaldi on it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
By the way, Greg, skeleton over 80 miles per hour.
Jesus.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Head first like that?
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Hey, Mystique Row, first place.
All right.
I don't know what
Was
heat
it a
Heat
gold
2.
medal?
No. It's Heat 2. I don't know what that means.
Like, how did you
No,
get
that means
into
it's still the
skeleton?
preliminaries.
George, did you ever watch the? You guys watched the figure skating, right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you in
Yeah.
on the quad god?
Yes, although
He
there was
skates tonight. I think actually today. It's at 10 o'clock, right when the show ends.
He's got great hair, that guy.
He does.
Do you think that's a perm, or do you think that's his real hair?
Yeah, it's a perm. It's kind of like
kinda
Neuheisel's
awesome.
kid at UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry, he's not there anymore.
They do have very similar hair. You're right. They do.
Where's Jerry? He
He's
left?
in Northwestern with Chip Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like he's a Bruin through and through.
He was.
Well, I mean,
Born
new
to
head
be a
coach,
Bruin.
Bob Chesney. You know what I mean? Bob
Yeah,
Chesney,
yeah,
the real
yeah.
deal.
He's like, hair, get out of here. We don't need your hair around here
I'm
anymore.
done with the perm.
So tell me about you're Greg. Have you ever had a perm?
No.
What?
Never had a perm. No, I've never done
I could see that.
Do
for
men
you.
get perms
No.
a lot?
Yes,
I did,
that was
I
a
did
thing.
weird stuff with my hair in high school where I would get, the spikes and I would get the top of it bleached. But I also
Oh, yeah.
did another
Tips.
thing where
You did some frosted
I
tips.
did frosted tips
No
for sure as a
way.
senior. My senior year
I wanna see
picture
photos.
has me with frosted tips, but I also want to be a little bit different. So I did light brown tips on my brown hair.
Oh.
I thought that'd be cool. It was
Did
not.
anybody even notice?
No, you couldn't tell anyone. My
Like
hair's brown.
on brown. I mean, it's not gonna show up.
You ever
George,
do
have you
anything
ever
crazy?
had a perm?
No, but I had long hair.
Oh,
Prove
How
it.
long?
Probably till about my chin.
What?
No way.
No, I've never heard this.
I could
When
try
was
to
this?
find one. I could try to find. My senior year, we did we had a ski trip to Mont Tremblant in Quebec.
Wow.
And skiers, man, like long hair, right?
Yeah.
Like I was like, so that was my thing. So a bunch of us, we grew our hair. Some it worked out, some it didn't.
So wait, you were a skier, not a snowboarder, bruh.
No, but back then snowboarding, I mean, I went to high school in the 90s, on the East Coast. Like I didn't grow up here. So it was a little different. Like snowboarding had not really taken off mainstream yet at that point.
Huh.
No, it was just really starting when I got into it. That's when it really started to.
Well, I'm
It was
just
like
trying
the
to picture how do you
mid to
get
late
good at
90s.
this. Like, okay, because we
Snowboarding?
live in LA, and if you want to go skiing, I mean, you could drive up to Big Bear or Mount High or something like that.
Mammoth is 4 to 5 hours away. Big Bear is 2 hours away. Mountain High is an hour and a half to 2 hours
so
away.
you gotta have your own equipment. You gotta get
you can rent
lift
up there.
tickets. You gotta
Or you
get
could steal someone's skis like Cappy almost did.
okay. I feel like it's just like the barriers, the cost to enter.
Oh,
The
it is
cost to-
expensive, isn't
really
it?
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
why I
Lift
never did
tickets
it.
are no joke. That's
Oh
expensive.
no, they're crazy expensive
Like
now.
$100 to go a day.
Over. One day at Mammoth is I think $150 or $160.
a lot, man.
Yeah.
And that's up and down. That's not like one lift that you can go all day long on.
You can go all day long. Yeah,
But
that's
still, it's a lot
day.
of money. Like if you're just a kid. So how do you get good at skeleton? When do you decide I'm gonna get into skeleton?
It's a great question.
Right? Like when you I'm just trying to picture like one of my sons at age 12 says, "Mommy, I want to get on a skeleton and go like head first down a ice track like that.
The same way you get good at curling, like Rachel Nichols. You're in like a bar in Green Bay, and you're like, hey, let's go curling.
Okay.
Wow. How are you, Momo?
I'm good.
Oh, hey, Clinton.
You just snuck in here.
Yeah, I know. I was just came out of the show, and I'm getting ready to pop over to Intuit because they got Rising Stars stuff. So
yeah.
I'm excited about that. I'm
But yeah,
bummed that
George
Cooper
has to
Flagg's
go.
not playing.
He's got
No, I'm not going to
Zoom.
Rising Stars,
Oh,
though.
okay.
I'm doing that. I'm doing tomorrow and Sunday. Like,
Okay.
I tap out on Friday.
I know, me
Like,
too.
no chance.
By the way, Rachel Nichols, I meant to mention this yesterday. So she's the head of that curling association, but separately, do you know that the high school that Rachel Nichols went to is the high school that 90210 is based on?
West Covina High or something?
No. Churchill
West
High.
Beverly?
Churchill High in D.C. in Maryland is the school that the creator of that show actually went to and wrote Beverly Hills. And the reason why it's located in California is because basically the execs were like, we're not buying that outside of D.C. We'll buy it. You know what I'm saying? If it's set in California, that's what
Didn't know
90210.
that.
Yeah, Churchill High, wild school.
Huh.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that where everyone's like politicians or?
No, it's a public school.
Okay.
But like it is in a place in America where let's just say everybody's got a ton of cash.
Okay.
So yeah, it is a very interesting place. Yeah, Rachel.
Huh.
Big friend of her.
So George, you've got just the skills challenge on the radio, and then the game on Sunday.
Correct. Yeah, I don't do Friday, bro. I got enough crap to deal with. I don't have to do Rising Stars.
Well, the other thing too, I'm going down right after this. We get off the air. There's the Tech Summit, which is a hot.
Oh yeah,
ticket
that's a
this
big
year.
deal. Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of become where a lot of the executives go, and there's like it's. I didn't know it's from 9:30 to 2:30. Like
What?
Yeah. It's
It's
a
a
long
long
thing.
deal. So they do a number of these. Like I did one they invited me to host one and Sarah Kustok, we split the day. She's of the Brooklyn Nets. She works with the Brooklyn Nets. She does some stuff for us now on ESPN too, on ESPN Radio occasionally. And they did like a business summit where I interviewed in my session we did like a fireside chat with the CEO of Chewy, the pet company.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, these people are brilliant. So I would imagine he probably got invited to this tech summit too, just because of what he's been able to do so quickly. But yeah, the NBA and the tech companies are very much aligned for sure.
That summit was the one where Adam Silver tagged, or he posted a picture with George on his Instagram, and I was like, whoa, that's a flex. Adam Silver.
Oh,
and
at
Sedano
the
together?
business summit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
the Chewy one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this year's Tech Summit's a big hot ticket because Obama is speaking.
Oh,
And
44.
later on.
In the
now it all
building.
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Everybody's going to the Tech Summit because they all want to see 44.
right.
Yeah.
Nice. Put up some.
Yeah,
lefty
I mean,
jumpers.
44. Clinton, do you know what 44 told Ramona at the 2019
Oh,
NBA
this is like
Finals?
career highlight.
Diga me.
We were up in Toronto. Doris
tell
Burke
me.
and I were in the hallway because remember that was the finals where it was the Warriors against the Raptors.
Yeah.
And everyone on the Warriors kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I think we were always near we were doing the Warriors locker room. And,
But this was early in the series.
Yeah. But somebody was hurt. There's a reason we were back there. We were back in the bowels there, and that's when we were waiting for some kind of injury update, and then Obama walked by, and he chatted it up with Doris, like they had a whole full-on conversation. And I saw him, and I was gonna just try not don't be weird, Ramona.
Right.
Like, don't do it. Just be like, hi. Don't try to make you don't know him. He doesn't know you. Like, don't be weird.
Don't run bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said something like hi, and he looked at me and he goes, "You do a great job." And I was like, "Oh."
No, he did one of these. He was, "Hey, you do a great job."
Yeah. And Doris was right there, and I was like, "Doris, did that really just happen?"
Notarized.
And then she goes, "I'm going to tweet that for you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you!" Like that, because I would never tweet that myself.
He's a ball knower, though.
What a
right?
win.
Because you can't tweet it yourself.
No.
Just ran into Obama,
Yeah,
and he's
that-
like,
that looks
that's
lame.
like the ultimate.
Wow.
Oh,
That's great. That's a
so
great
Doris
moment.
tweeted that, and I was like,
and I remember when you told me that story. I think you came up to we were in the suite, and you came up, and I remember I was sitting there with Stephen A. and Wilbon, and we were talking about, and then you told us, which I then verified, and you made me send this to Mace because you thought he'd have FOMO. That not only did that story happen, but he had his own personal Wi-Fi. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, and it said something like 44 or something. It was like his own personal,
Wow.
like locked Wi-Fi that only
he was
can
there
use.
That's a good
because-
perk.
So
yeah,
he was,
it was. So when you popped open your phone, you would see all the different Wi-Fi's that pop up or whatever, and it was his. No, it wasn't you who told me this. It was Wilbon, because Wilbon and him are tight.
Right.
They golf all the time or
do you
whatever.
think really?
Oh yeah. They're very tight.
Mike will tell you about that if you ask, for sure.
Yeah. And so he told me, he's like, he's got his own Wi-Fi, and I was like, what? He goes, open your phone. And I did, and it was there.
Wait, it was literally just said like 44. Like it's not even like.
I bet you if I look, I'd have to go back. This is a long time ago now. I wonder if I still have the text I sent with Mace. Hold on,
because it feels like you would disguise that a little bit. Like when you just, it's like when you stay under a name at a hotel, you don't put your real name.
Yeah, but if you're
president.
but it wasn't like
it's a little
super
different.
obvious.
But
It was only obvious if you knew he was there.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I still wouldn't put 44 in there. It's too obvious.
So wait, where is this tech summit? Is it at
down
Intuit?
it's at YouTube.
Oh, it's at YouTube. Okay, so it's on campus, if you will,
I
over
guess.
there at Hollywood
Down the
Park.
street.
And I'm kind of like worried because I haven't picked up my media credential yet. And I want to go straight from here down there. But I'm like, am I going to have to stop and get my credential? And then we don't have like parking like we usually do. So am I going to have to pay $70 for parking there? Should I just take a Uber from here?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm literally leaving here and going straight there.
No, it actually said it was called White House 2.
Oh, wow.
Honestly,
that's
by
smart.
the way, this is running out. It's like 5%
This is smart.
battery here.
Here, I will send it. We don't have. Let's not post it on the YouTube.
Honestly,
but I will
that
send
feels
it in
like a
our
national security risk that we just said that, like White House too. Like somebody's gonna hack that. If you're a hacker,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he doesn't use the same one anymore.
I know,
it was
but
7 years ago.
Also,
somebody needs to like
White
encrypt
House
that a bit
2
better.
isn't the most
Yeah,
clever
I was
name
gonna say,
either.
you guys are talking about dyeing hair and snowboards. It's not like the 90s hacking into the White House.
You ever see that movie
White House is
Hackers?
Yes.
Great
that's
movie, by
exactly
the way.
right.
Yeah.
Excellent film. Little
Fantastic
pelvis,
movie.
little
Yeah.
booty. Little pelvis, little booty. If you know that scene, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know the scene,
really
but
funny.
on this show,
The
anything
guy
goes.
dancing
so.
in a bathroom.
I mean, you missed there was a pony ride in here earlier.
Oh,
where
yeah,
Alice got up on the desk.
I'm glad I missed that.
Jorge's wiped it from his memory. I think
That's impossible to wipe off my memory. What are you talking about?
that video will live. I mean, he got like usually there's it's a like if you're in an airline, it's like do you do you face forward as you go by somebody?
What do you
face
mean?
Backwards. You do the. I don't know what I can say. We're on
Usually
YouTube.
he backs it up
We're on
at this
YouTube. I
time.
can just say whatever.
Yeah.
You do the ass pass or do you do the crotch pass? Right. I mean, like we're on YouTube. All right. Okay, we're good.
Fair enough. That's an excellent point.
Right.
Zamboni in the studio
What
now.
Oh, it's
What's
time
up,
for the
Sam?
ice scrapers
All
segment.
right. I got to go because I got to go figure out that media situation at Intuit. So,
Hey, will you
Yeah.
text me?
So,
I'll
Clinton,
let
I
you know
just
how
texted
it
to
I mean,
you.
it sounds horrible. to
Okay.
me.
George, what'd you say?
Okay.
I said I just sent you the screenshot from 2019 from the text I sent to Mace.
Awesome. I will check it out. Goodbye.
Yes.
Bye, Clinton.
Hello, Samboni.
Hello, George. Hello, Ramona.
Hey, what's going on?
Proud conquistador, Ramona Shelbourne. Her and I went to high school, not together, but at the same high school, which was kind of cool. Fun fact.
Yeah, I'm class
love
of
it.
'97. What about you?
It's true. 95.
Okay.
So we did.
We overlapped.
We were there. Yeah, exactly.
I don't
Absolutely.
remember you.
That's okay. That's all right, Ramona. That's all right. We share a very good friend. It's okay. It's all right.
Samboni, we were talking Olympics, but we didn't get into the hockey portion of it. So the U.S. beat Latvia 5-1 recently in the men's hockey. And then Macklin for Team Canada scored, I believe he's now the youngest player to ever score a goal for Team Canada. Is that
By
accurate?
the way, you can lose the word believe. And just say it
Celebrini,
proudly.
right?
Yeah,
Macklin Celebrini?
Macklin,
Yeah.
but you can just lose the word that you believe it. It is true, George.
Okay.
That is the fact, and it is an impressive one. And he has scored, by the way, in all of his debuts now. His NHL debut,
right.
his international play debut, and now his Olympic debut. He scored a goal in all of them. So Macklin Celebrini, who I had said was somebody to watch, not that that's a wild statement, but for Team Canada, who they are the favorite, Macklin is really the guy. And as you had said, George, Bedard didn't make the team, Connor Bedard, and Celebrini did. That was kind of the rub. It was between those two in a way, and everyone understands why it's Celebrini. Bedard was hurt a little bit, but really Celebrini is the guy. And
now, Momo, do you recognize that name, Celebrini?
Of course, he plays for San Jose.
Yes,
right.
And he is the son of Warriors trainer Rick Celebrini.
Rick Celebrini,
So
right?
I was
Yeah,
just
he
up
has
at
two
Stanford
sons
last
who play in
weekend,
the NHL.
and
yes.
all of my college roommate and her family, she's got 4 kids, ages 13 to 7, and all of them are Macklin Celebrini fans. They're all like, he is the guy up in San Jose.
As far as the Bay Area and hockey, he's the guy, and perhaps ever. I'm talking the guy ever for San Jose.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to the Cup final. They didn't win. Joe Thornton's one of those guys. Patrick Marleau are really the icons of Sharks hockey. Macklin will blow them away. He is going to be that much better.
All the little kids in San Jose are growing up with Macklin Philippines shirts.
Yes.
So, Samboni, what do we make of the Olympic men's hockey? And then I'd love to get your thoughts on the women who just obliterated Canada as well. But let's start with the men.
Okay.
Just what do you make of the field and the way things have played out to the moment?
Okay. Couple of things. This looks like a freight train of Canada and the U.S. towards one another. Okay. After seeing their first 2 games, Canada was incredibly impressive. McDavid with 3 assists, and they're just ready to rock. Crosby looks good also. But the U.S. came back with a very impressive game of their own. And what's a cool story, George and Ramona, it's the brothers. You've got the Tkachuk brothers and the Hughes brothers both playing together on the U.S. team.
Okay.
So it's like this family of hockey happening for the USA team.
Spell Tkachuk right now.
TKACHUK.
Very good.
Yep. Their father, Keith, was a Winnipeg Jet and a Coyote legend for sure, and now both sons, which is really cool. But the Hughes brothers also, their mother played for the U.S. international team as well, Ellen, the Hughes brother. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And there's another Hughes brother who didn't make it. He's also a professional. He plays in the NHL, but he didn't make the U.S. team. But
So they took 2
cool.
out of 3 brothers?
2 out of the 3 brothers, which is still pretty cool.
It's kind of like the Ball brothers.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like 2 out of 3 of them.
It's pretty nice, right? Exactly.
That sucks for the one that didn't make
I mean,
it.
he's the Jello of the group.
But again, just like we can say for the Ball family, to get all 3 kids to college was pretty impressive. Now, to think that all 3 were going to go pro was a lot, but think about the Hughes brothers. All 3 are professionals. They're just not on the international team.
I don't think all 3 Ball brothers went to college.
Didn't they all 3?
Well, no, Jello,
they did.
LaMelo
they
did not go to college. He went to like Lithuania or something.
Yeah, and then he went to But then Jello went to UCLA, but I don't think he stayed long.
No, but he went. Didn't he have?
Well,
the
he was a
incident,
part
right?
of the scandal in China.
He had the incident, right? He had the incident. Yeah, exactly.
But you're right. They all played some level of professional basketball.
Pretty cool. Right, and so same with the Hughes brothers, and like I said, just one of them isn't.
That's really cool. I like that.
But
who else is good? Slovakia, Finland?
No. Here's
USSR?
what it comes down to.
Is that still a country? No.
So I did this last night. I went through and I said, all right, how can we make this the most simple as far as teams to be watching? We all know USA and Canada feels obvious. But then I said, all right, isn't this easy? This is the first time since 2014 that you've got NHL players playing for their countries in the Olympics. So now it's just a matter of going through the rosters and saying, all right, well, who's filled with NHL players and who is not? So USA and Canada is entirely NHL rosters. It's everyone on the roster, all 25 guys playing in the NHL. Finland is all but 1 player. There's a defenseman on the team, Lettinen, who's not. That's the only one. And Sweden also has all 25.
Yeah, Sweden's always really good.
So let's talk about it. So it's really those 4 teams.
Okay.
Finland, Sweden, Canada, U.S.
What about Russia?
Russia's not in it. They're not participating. They've been banned. They've been banned.
So
there would have been 2 other kings on there. The new guy, Panarin, is
Yeah.
a Russian, and then Kuzmenko. Both of them would have been playing in the Olympics as kings representing, but Russia's out of it. They're just watching.
Okay.
So they're hanging out. So Russia would have been another one
Yeah.
to watch. But it's those 4. When you look at the rosters, it's all 25 except Finland that's got 1 dude that's not.
Okay.
Those are the ones to watch. Finland already lost the game, and this morning, Finland beat Sweden.
Oh.
And by the way, I would say of the Kings, the star of the tournament so far of the Kings, Joel Armia now has an assist in 1 game. He scored a shorthanded goal this morning. He leads the NHL in shorthanded goals, and now he got a shorthanded one in the Olympics. But, George, of those 4, I would be stunned if one of those 4 doesn't win gold. I mean, it would be a massive upset. In fact, if 3 of those 4 don't medal, it's crazy. They're they're stacked. That's it. And Finland's the defending champ, but that was without NHL players.
Got it. Do you know that I actually went to the 2010 Vancouver Olympics?
Wow, really?
Okay.
That's
because Jack Johnson, that was when.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember this?
Please, tell me the rest, though.
So it was the coolest story. I just started working at ESPN, and this opportunity just came to me like in the middle of the night. This woman named Stacey Graham. She's a friend of mine now, but she'd come up with this idea because Jack knew that they could actually because it was so close to LA, they could actually play in an NHL game and attend the opening ceremonies and then come back. That was before there was the whole schedule issue. So Jack chartered a private jet. He played in a game. He went to like morning skate, all the things. Then he chartered a private jet, flew up for the opening ceremonies, and then flew back and was back in time for the game the next day.
And you were a part of that? You were part of the charter, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Wow. Jack Johnson, former king, by the way.
Yeah, former king.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the coolest things I ever. He and his family chartered a jet to go because it was just like L.A. to Vancouver.
That's
he like went to the
incredible.
village. He got his credentials.
And then just said, all right, I'm out of here.
Went to the opening ceremonies, and then by the end of the night, then the Kings were like, "We still expect you back at morning skate."
Well, because again, the players weren't participating.
Yeah.
They were just there to watch. And to
I think it's so good that they're back to doing this. Now.
Watching it now, and I don't know, have either one of you watched any of it, even just highlights to this
I watched
point?
the highlights.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
I watch everything on highlights on Peacock with my kids.
Which, by the way, Peacock's doing I just got to say, the layout of everything so far has been really good.
It's really easy to find,
consume.
too.
Yes, easy
Yeah.
to consume, and I like that.
What
So
sport do I want? And I can especially when I'm watching a replay, I don't even know it's a replay, but I like it because there's like no commercials.
seeing the NHL players, the reason I think it's so cool, George, for a team like Italy that has no NHL players on it, like for them to go out and now play a roster of 25 NHL dudes, think about what that means to them. Like even if they score a goal or are competitive at all, I mean, Italy was up on Sweden 1-0, tied 2-2. That means something for that country now. I mean, they went out and played NHL dudes for 60 minutes. That's what makes it so awesome to watch. You've got this elite level. And when you see Canada and U.S., the way they're playing, it's at such a different level. These are all, think about it, it's all-star teams. It's a roster of 25 all-stars playing internationally together. And they don't normally play together. That's the other thing. And then seeing these brothers play together, right? Like they're not on the same team. And now they are for U.S. And in fact, in the game yesterday, Kachuk, he assisted on his brother's goal. So
what are
like
the first
those are
names?
great. So that's so the Kachuk brothers again. The father
Matthew.
is Keith,
Yeah.
and then we've got Matthew, who is a champion. Matthew's a champion with the Panthers. And here, I'll give you all of them. All right, okay. So the Hughes family, you got Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes. Those are the ones that are playing together. And then you've got Luke, who didn't make the team. The
What a
Kachuk.
Luke.
So Matt is with the Panthers, and Brady is with the Senators.
Got
Matt
it.
Kachuk, Brady Kachuk. So
Got it.
that's everybody. But those are the guys to watch because that's just such a cool story. When the Olympics is about the stories, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so and that really is one to really. And apparently the U.S. team freaked out when they met Snoop yesterday. They all like that. That was. Like,
I mean, I would freak out.
Yeah,
if I met
that was
Snoop,
that was the big moment for all of them. They weren't expecting it, and he kind of surprised them, and they thought that was a really big deal. But I'm telling you, U.S. looked great. After I saw Canada, I thought, watch out. You know, you're seeing McDavid, Celebrini, and you're just like, all right, these guys are at another level. And then you realize, wait, USA's just as stacked. And it goes to, you go back to 1980 and you're like, wow, USA was like lucky to be there in that moment. USA hockey is at that level. And this kind of leads, George, to what you wanted to say about the women. But the men's team is at the level where they could win gold. This isn't like the little engine that could here. USA is a stacked roster. They should be in the gold medal game. They should be.
All right, well, let's talk about the women and their dominant performance against Canada before you go.
So, history was made. USA played Canada, which was going to be a major game. Now, this isn't a medal match right now. It's earlier in the tournament. But USA beat Canada 5-0. It's the first time in history that a Canadian team has been shut out at hockey.
Ooh.
So that was a massive deal. And by the way,
in men's or women's?
this is women's. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Now, USA beats Canada a lot. The USA women have been great. I mean, Cami Granado, so shout out to another great king, Tony Granado, her brother. Cami Granado has been leading the path for U.S. women's hockey for decades now, but she's no longer really a part of it in that way. This team, though, again, watch out. This is another gold medal. I mean, USA could win gold in both. They really could. That's how good it is. But what happened 5-0, that's the most stunning score so far out of Milan when it comes to hockey. That one right there, 5-0.
Awesome. Zamboni, the Ice Scrapers segment every Friday at 9:15.
I love it, George. And next week we'll have medal games, and there'll be a lot of bragging rights on the line. So this has been a fun one so far.
Sedano, I'm back.
Oh, hey, Christopher.
What'd you go do?
I had a meeting with Sam Pines at the JW. He didn't fire me, so that's good.
Oh, that's always don't get fired on a Friday.
I mean, he'd have to pay out a lot. There's a long contract.
I know.
A 9:29 in the morning when we come back in 1 minute. Time for the Lindsay segment. And Momo, her first time being part of the Lindsay segment.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's an extravaganza. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. On a Friday, Valentine's Day Friday, right here.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
ESPN LA is live at the Genesis Invitational. Join us Friday, February 20th as our afternoon show broadcasts from 2 to 5:30 p.m. Next to the ESPN LA broadcast near the 8th fairway, visit the Travis Matthew Retail Trailer to shop men's and women's apparel made for the course and beyond. Plus a limited edition Los Angeles collection with 100% of proceeds benefiting the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. And if you're not in Riviera, be sure to check out the brand at TravisMatthew.com.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Mercedes every Thursday in February. Club Serrano members play all month long to earn entries for your chance to win this powerful and luxurious full-size German SUV. Join for free today and don't miss your opportunity to drive off in a brand new Mercedes. It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani. 800-345-6789.
With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
I don't know this song. What are you listening to?
It's Valentine's Friday, so weekend ready. And you need a little bit more Keith Sweat in your life, don't you?
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, this is Keith Sweat. Come on.
I don't even know what he's saying. He's just like, oh,
that was my point. Sometimes he's just saying stuff, and you're like, man, this is good.
Just feeling it.
Yeah, we're just a couple of guys messing around.
I mean, come on. This is saucy and smooth.
Yeah.
Like tonight, what is your Valentine? Before we get to the Lindsay segment here in just a moment. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely nothing.
Like, there won't even be like a special dinner?
He might get me flowers.
That's it?
From Bouqs, nonetheless.
I mean, we've been married a really long time, and
You
I
still
got to
keep that spice,
game.
Momo.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know.
All right.
You know what? That's an early stage relationship thing, and that's like if you got nothing else going on that day, like you got to get flowers. That's all I need. Just give me some flowers. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
It is
I
time
don't need to go to dinner.
for the Lindsay segment. We do it each weekday at 9:30. We like to play a TV theme. This is the Double Dare TV theme because on this day in 1992, the last episode of Double Dare.
What?
I guess aired on, was it in
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, right? There
Of
we go.
course. I used to watch that.
Mark Summers was the host.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up with Cappy as a host here. It was a double dare. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring for helping make the Lindsay segment possible. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. As I like to say, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. By the way, my favorite on the Double Dare obstacle course at the end was the giant nose, and it had all that green gook in it, and you had to get underneath it and dig till you got the
totally
flag.
remember that segment.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it was so good. Great show. Great show.
It was a good show.
Yeah, they should air reruns.
I wonder if it would like play well now, though.
It would, because you know what? Well, I don't know. Greg and I actually were going to be on a game show.
Really?
It was, remember Legends of the Hidden Temple, also a Nickelodeon game show.
Okay.
Where it's like a mix of trivia and physical challenges type of things. So they rebooted it, and I think it was going to air on Peacock, I think. And
Peacock
then
or Netflix or
Yeah,
something
like that. But then we couldn't go because we weren't both able to take the day off, and then they didn't even air it anyway. So nonetheless.
All right.
The Lindsay segment. George, I've been wanting to ask you about this since I heard Evan bring it up on Unsportsmanlike this morning. Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss
Yeah.
was granted an extra year of eligibility by a state court judge who issued an injunction that paves the way for him to be eligible next year. Of course, he was lost his eligibility, and which this is what I want you to explain. Why? Why was he not given that year of eligibility when he missed time due to injury and COVID?
It's a weird deal because he didn't play very much in that Division II school, Ferris State. So there's just like a lot of there's a discrepancy on how much he played, and you know the rules in Division II are slightly different, I think, than Division one or FBS as they call it now. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff in the weeds, is what I would call it. He should be able to play. I think the challenge he's going to face here, though, is if the NCAA appeals this ruling, then he's going to miss the draft window. And let's just say the NCAA wins the final appeal here. Then he's stuck. Like, he can't even go into the draft, where he could be a back-end first-round pick, at least a second-round pick in most people's eyes. So it's a little bit of a gamble by him because the court process takes some time. Like, if the NCAA appeals, there's no guarantee it happens before the draft.
That's what I was going to ask you, is if you think that he could get picked in the first round, and if that's the case, would it be worth him just, going for it? And
well,
entering
the first
draft?
round money is not what it once was. You know what I mean? Especially later in the first round. Like, if you're one of the top 5 or 10 guys, there's still really good money. But you probably could make more money than even a late first round pick coming back to college for one more year if you're him.
Which is crazy, completely insane.
Yeah, but
I don't know, but how old is he? I mean, last year Indiana had all these guys that were like 25 years old.
Yeah, they were the oldest team in the sport by a large margin.
And I don't know that that's what we really want to be doing in college sports.
But I mean, it's similar to the Dodger conversation we're having with Passen, right? Where those are the rules. So Cignetti has just taken advantage of the rules in that scenario and says, I'm just going older guys. By the way, college teams in basketball did that too for a long stretch of time. And there's been a good amount of these teams that have had real success in the NCAA tournament doing the same thing.
Yeah, but we're also, are we through that window where people are still using the COVID years?
This is probably the last of it, if I had to guess.
I mean, your guy at Miami was like, it was like his 6th year in college football or something, right? Carson Beck.
Yeah, well, Carson Beck also was a little different. He did not, I don't believe, I'd have to look back specifically. Carson Beck is also younger than Trinidad Chambliss, though. So, like, that is the other part of it. But Carson Beck, I think there was also a time when remember they changed the rules on redshirting, too?
Yeah.
I think that also factored in at that particular point. I don't remember the specifics of Carson Beck either, though.
All right, so next one for the Lindsay segment here, Momo.
Okay.
We have not really talked at all about James Harden and his trade to the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
And we don't need to get into Cavs corner here. However, I want to play this clip when he was asked about, James Harden, obviously he's on his 6th team, and people, say it's all about the money, it's all about the money. So he was asked just kind of, how do you make these decisions as far as, your contract situation and asking for trades, et cetera, et cetera. And he brought up loyalty, which, I thought he had a very interesting answer about it.
And the whole quote-unquote loyalty thing I think it's overrated. I think this is a business at the end of the day, and it's a lot of money involved and a lot of decisions that has to be made. You know what I mean? So, if a player isn't producing, or if you don't see him in the future, or, front office, some of them have to do a job and want to keep their job, so they got to feel like they got to do what's best for, to keep their job, and they trade players. Or if a guy isn't happy and he wants to be traded to somewhere else, then it's a problem. It's just so many different dynamics that go into it. This is a business at the end of the day. So, not even just the NBA, but, people that have normal jobs have those same problems. It's just not magnified, you know what I mean? So, for me, it's always about, I don't lose focus of, trying to compete for a championship, and then financially, making sure that my family is taken care of. You know what I mean? Because I'm very smart, and I've sacrificed a lot. Financially, which I don't get credit. I don't get talked about, but I'm fulfilled and I'm happy with it. But winning a championship, or at least having a chance to, and then financially getting paid for, me being available and playing at the highest level for so long. So, to answer your question, this is a business at the end of the day. So I feel like players should, ultimately do what's best for them, and front office does what's best for them and their owner and their organization. So, it's two sides of a story.
So, Momo, I want to start with you. What do you think about his comments on that?
I know what he's referring to. I think people will probably seize on the loyalty aspect because he's been on 6 different franchises, and he had to pout his way out of a lot of them, right? When he wanted to trade, he had to not play and do the yucky stuff, all the stuff that Giannis doesn't seem willing to do, right?
Wouldn't you rather have a guy be open and honest about it?
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're done, you're done. I had a, there's a saying in the business, when the talent said the deal's over, it's over. It's, you could have a contract, but when James Harden says it's done, when Jimmy Butler says we're done, that's it. I think what's hard in the NBA is that when you make millions of dollars and people see how much you make because it's publicly available, people know what those contracts are. It's hard for anyone to feel sympathy or empathy or whatever. I got to do what's best for my family. It's like you've made a lot of money in your career. But I get what he's saying, which is like, first of all, this is the money's going to be there for you until usually for most players, probably a few years after 30. Most people don't get paid very well once they get past like 32, 33 as players. James Harden has, and so is LeBron and some of those other guys because they're really good still. But he did lose a lot of money because of that that didn't sign the extension in Brooklyn. That was a max offer. Yeah. He thought he was going to get that in Philly. I think his claim is Daryl said that to him. I believe him. Obviously that's your word is your bond, and that bond was broken, and it was pretty nasty and ugly. I get why he's mad. When he says I sacrificed a lot financially, that's what he's talking about. That somebody said to him you were going to get that money and didn't come through. And so it's like fans aren't going to feel sorry for him. But you have to understand the thing with the Clippers, he didn't ask for a trade from the Clippers. The Clippers just said to him over the summer, we're only going to give you one guaranteed year. We're not going to guarantee more than $13 million of it next year. They're 6-21. Teams are calling about him. He needs to kind of get ahead of it. So his agent calls around. He calls the Cavs. He calls the Rockets, some other teams that might be interested in him, and said, do you have an interest? Can we work a trade out? That's not asking for a trade. That's literally like trying to facilitate getting yourself to a place where, A, you can win this year, and B, they might pay you or pick up the rest of your option. I don't think James did anything wrong. It was what the system forced him to do. I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone that you should sit there and wait to see if they pick up your option and potentially lose. It would be over $20-something million. It's a lot of money, and that's probably his last big contract. I don't blame him at all.
Basketball-wise, I think they can win the East.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
I think that was a brilliant trade. Like, James is going to be so good for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan's biggest issue is that he has to do too much. Well, you're not going to have to do too much when you have James Harden on your team. You can just sit in the corner and shoot threes or get wide open looks. I think James Harden is the system. I just don't know that they can incorporate him in the way that really works well this late in the season. So that'll be
so far
my
it's
question.
worked pretty well. Look
So
what
far.
Jared Allen's been doing.
Yeah. Oh, he and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are going to be great. He's going to get those guys such easy baskets.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Lindsay
All right.
segment.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Sounds a lot
and
like
thank
Radio
you.
Tinder.
When,
Momo. This is a different
Come on,
segment.
come on.
It's called the Lindsay segment.
But it's like
Exactly.
literally the same music.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Momo,
No idea what you are talking about.
what are you doing? Why can't we
I'm
all
just
just
calling
get
it like
along?
I see it.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
3-2.
Well, speaking of,
3-2.
doesn't George need to record a spot?
Oh, yeah.
I do, actually.
Before we take a 90-second timeout, why don't you record the spot for everybody so we
See,
can all
Momo, this is
hear?
what we do in the YouTube hour
okay.
because it's just a little looser. We can just do the
I mean,
spots.
I'm just calling it like, I think everybody else who listens to your show knows that too.
Yeah, it's a little looser in the YouTube hour.
Okay.
All right, ready? 3-2. Hey, guys, it's Sedano. March is about making bold moves. So why are you still sitting on those old floors? Upgrade your home with the #1 seed in flooring, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They've got millions of in-stock options in hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, and turf. With true wholesale pricing year-round. First responders, military veterans get extra savings. And if you find a lower price somewhere, and if you find a lower price anywhere, they'll match it. No questions asked. Visit the showroom next to Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
That was pretty
Well
good.
done, Sedano.
One take.
Well, I mean, come on.
Well, I had a little pickup.
3-2.
Because my
There's a little
voice
pause
kind of
there,
went
yeah.
there.
I
a
heard
little
that,
bit.
yeah.
My voice is a little scratchy today.
Well, it's
Weird.
been a long week.
Yeah, you had.
Just
Plus, you're going to be
getting started,
doing
George.
radio, this weekend.
Yeah.
You better save your voice. In fact, we better go.
I got a little warm water here. I may go tea next.
You're going to put a little salt in there, gargle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, throw a salt gargle. That's good for you. Yeah, breaks
Did
some
he
stuff up. in
spit
there.
on him?
You put a little salt in there. Oh, that was Tirico. That was from week 1 of the NFL
It
season.
was. Remember that? The spit
Yeah.
gate.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
How
Like
about
Cowboys
Rico,
game.
man?
That was a long time.
Bruh.
All right,
Oh, my goodness.
we'll take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll wrap this thing up on a Valentine's Day Friday on ESPN LA.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
The Lakers are in the no man's land category, and thus there is no point to this season. They have a top 5 player of all time in LeBron. They have a top 5 player in the sport in Luka. You can't tell me the point of this season is to win a championship because LeBron just told you they have no chance of doing that. You can't tell me the point of the season is for draft status. You can't tell me the point of the season is for player development with young players. The majority of the team is on an expiring contract to get to the team that Luka can build around. The only point of this season for the Los Angeles Lakers is to ultimately get LeBron James off the roster so they can restart this franchise around Luka. This is as pointless of a season for as relevant of a team as we have ever seen in the history of sports.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Kap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving away a Mercedes every Thursday in February. Club Serrano members play all month long to earn entries for your chance to win this powerful and luxurious full-size German SUV. Join for free today and don't miss your opportunity to drive off in a brand new Mercedes. It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
That encapsulates Rivers' entire career. Encapsulate, yeah. Wait, encapsulizes is not a real thing?
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
You can't encapsulize a thing? No, you only encapsulate it? Okay.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
So addicted to you, on top, underneath, on the side of you. Better yet, baby, right next to you.
9:46. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Now we know what Sedano's going to put on when he gets down on that turf soon. That brand new turf.
I don't think that's what the turf's going to be used for. That's.
Want me to bring the turf back? Was that?
I'm just saying, like that leaves a mark.
Well, sometimes that's fun though.
I mean,
depends on the kind of mood you're in.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I want to mark one, especially these days. 9:47. Good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. The YouTube hour as we get ready there for Valentine's Day ahead, the Valentine's Day weekend. We know Cappy will be very busy.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
Also,
his face.
Let's thank the law offices of Jacob Emrani.
I didn't see that one coming.
The official person. That's the whole point of the drops. The official personal injury attorney of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789, or call jacob.com. One of the things, Mama, we do every day in this hour is we read for the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar.
But before you do that, can I pull a John Ireland here real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Ramona, you work in the NBA.
Yeah.
I work in the NBA. What do you think about All-Star Weekend?
Okay, here we go. I think All-Star Week. No, George. We are at the stage in our careers. We have been to a lot of All-Star games, right? So we're not like stoked. It's normally something. I used to go every year, and then I didn't. Then now I have to do it.
This might be my last one working though.
Yeah.
I'm at home.
I
here,
know.
It's nice to kind of do the swan song here at home.
Yeah.
I'll still do the conference finals and finals, but I got to find some time to just chill.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Like I need that break too, and I'm interested to see what this format does. I think, but there's just so many guys who are out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dame. Having not played, I want to see him on Saturday. If he can win the 3-point competition, that would be all-time awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. There's going to be some good moments, George. Like I kind of like the Saturday skills stuff better than I like the game.
Oh, I love Saturday.
I'm interested in what happens in this new format. I like the world versus the old heads versus the young kids. I like
think
that.
Wemby's going to he's going to make them play hard.
I do
he's
too.
going to come after their neck.
Yeah, he's going to take it seriously. That's one of the things. When did the All-Star game start to suck? Like which vets still played hard and which vets?
The internet will tell you that when LeBron and Kobe were supposed to lock up, and LeBron made the right basketball play to pass to the open man, that was the decline. Now everybody likes to blame LeBron for things. I
blame LeBron for the failure of the dunk contest.
Now that's the one I will definitely
pin
say
on him.
that one is on him, because the dunk competition even though we had some good ones, don't get me wrong, like Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine might literally be the greatest slam dunk competition in regards to the artistry of it. I know people say, oh, Michael Jordan, Dominique. No way, dude. Go watch Michael Jordan and Dominique versus, now their star power were bigger than Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, but you want to watch the actual dunks. There is no better slam dunk competition than the 2 times those guys went against each other.
Yeah, and I think LeBron was the first superstar who did not do the dunk contest, and
Correct.
that it made it okay for everyone not to do it.
Correct.
I mean, that's the one I think you can hang on LeBron.
Right.
But you know, now it's just, I mean, who's even in it this year? It's like Jackson Hayes.
Right,
I
Jackson
know that
Hayes.
one. There's some.
That's the only one
bunch
I
of
know.
Rookies.
Kashad Johnson is the kid from the Heat, and then there's another kid who's good. Hold on.
I know, but still, like, what are we doing?
Donovan's in the 3-point contest too. Georgia
Yeah, like
guy.
I feel like
Love Don.
Or your Donovan shoes.
You know what? Donovan Mitchell actually won the slam dunk contest last time the game was in LA.
Oh, Carter Bryant from the Spurs will be good in the dunk competition.
Still,
That's
like,
I
what
was
are we
thinking.
doing? It's not about like
what are we doing?
Let's get some big names in. Like, where's? I mean, you know, if Cooper Flag has a foot injury, but I want to see Cooper Flag in that. Zion's never done it. John Morant's never done it. Like, this would have been a good year for John
Can
Morant
Zion
to do
still
it.
jump or?
No.
Yeah, I think he can.
Well, Jace
Only
Richardson,
once.
you know, his
Just
dad
one
won
time.
it.
Yeah, I
Jace
know,
Richardson
but
is Jason
it used to be
Richardson's
like
son.
the
Like, his
stars
dad
would
won
do
the
it.
slam dunk competition. That would be kind of cool.
The one thing I'll give Jaylen Brown all the flowers because he did the dunk contest one year. He
did.
was a big star.
Yeah.
And it, you know, he didn't win it or anything, but good for him that he did it. I think it's Donovan Mitchell is the last like superstar I would say that won the dunk contest, that entered and won, and he did it when he was he a rookie or second year guy? But I think we can hang that one on LeBron and the sort of lack of seriousness of the whole weekend. But some of it is also like, I mean, how many things have you gotten invited to? Like everything is some brand
a lot,
activation.
but I'm not going to almost any of them because they're just way too late, and I'm just an old man now.
I know, me too. And there's also like, or even just during the day, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I got invited to the clutch party, and I said yes, but I'm like, 10
Oh,
o'clock.
go, George. You have to go.
Now, when you go to the Hollywood, you know how long it takes me to get back to the South Bay from Hollywood? Come on.
I know.
When you go to the clutch party, do they give you the talking points in a binder or in like an envelope?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean, according to you guys, you should ask Max Kellerman. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, that is true, too.
Silly.
All right, 9:52. We do this every day, Momo. So producer Lindsay Baseball gave us all the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, for the holidays, which was great, especially for me. And then she gave the show a daily calendar, which we read from. So it's time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff daily calendar for Friday, February 13th, 2026. Do something nice for someone else, and don't tell anyone about it. The next time you do something really nice for someone else, keep it to yourself and revel in the abundant joy of giving.
I like
That's
that
a nice one.
That's a good one.
Why don't we do the weekend one since it's Valentine's Day?
Okay, that's a good one for Valentine's Day.
Here's the weekend one for February 14th and 15th, Saturday, Sunday. Fill your life with opportunities to express love. The feeling of love is contagious when your heart is open and you're busy sharing your love with others.
I was able to buy a sex toy in a Walmart.
You draw more love of all kinds in your direction. And we wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy. We know Cappy is somewhere enjoying, probably right now at this moment.
Not out of pocket, though.
Hey, so do you want me to do dealer's choice today?
No, I have one, but if you
I got
have
a
one-
breaking news real fast. If
All
you
right.
want the
Go
update.
ahead.
According to Shams Charania, the Toronto Raptors have waived Chris Paul, and Chris Paul is announcing he is officially retiring from basketball after 21 seasons, ending a
Chris.
Hall of Fame
It is
career.
a final.
Good for Chris. Yeah.
Momo is texting him as we speak.
No, I'm just reading his thing. He posted on Instagram. I just wanted to read his thing.
They conned me.
Sorry, Momo. I had to do it there. I
Okay.
had to.
Do you want to do
Last
dealer's
one.
choice, Sedano?
No, it's fine. I mean, I was just gonna, I was gonna do like a. I saw The Wedding Singer debuted right this week, so I was just gonna do that was like peak Adam Sandler, man.
Oh, great movie.
So let me read the billboard here, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dealer's Choice Real Deal brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658. Shit on.
Yeah, like I feel like that 1995 to 2000 window for Adam Sandler. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he was just on fire. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer, as I mentioned, The
Big
Water
Daddy.
Boy. Big Daddy. I mean, even Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo, okay? I'll give you that. Little Nicky, I'll even give you that. But then it just was not the same. And now, it doesn't mean he hasn't had great movies after that, because I do think he had some really good movies. I loved Spanglish. It's not like a super dorky, silly comedy, but it's actually a very good movie. He's actually a really good actor in that movie. But just like the comedic Adam Sandler, that era, man, it rivals a lot of different guys. It's not Eddie Murphy great, but it's in an upper echelon of guys. So shout out to Adam Sandler.
What was the one where he tried to be serious, but it didn't really work? It wasn't Spanglish.
Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. Yeah.
That's what actors. That's what comedians. Like Steve Carell's the one who I think has made that transition.
He's done a good job of being able to toe
Will
both
Ferrell's
lines.
done it a little bit. You know, where they do like a role where like I'm a real actor. I'm not just a
He
comic.
doesn't really do serious.
But they can pull off some heartwarming moments.
I don't know if Will Ferrell can pull off serious.
All right, we're going to wrap it up
All right.
early for
That's
this
it?
weekend.
That's it? We're already done?
We're
It's
done. We're
Friday.
out of here, Momo. Great job, Momo.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for sitting in.
I got here on time.
Yeah, you did.
Early
Happy
even.
Valentine's Day, everybody. Lindsay
You had
gave us
17
all.
espressos? You're good.
Yeah. Lindsay gave us all some nice Valentine's Day treats, so
Thank you.
I'm going to
Thanks,
enjoy that
Lynn.
and break the fast early. Sedano, have a great NBA All-Star Weekend. You'll hear all the coverage here on ESPN LA from ESPN Radio. Have a great day, everyone.